Welcome to episode 20 of ChessWhiz TV. Today is May 31st, 2014, and today we are playing a double tournament day. We're going to start with the Bullet Tournament, which is 1-minute games. It's a 60-minute tournament, so buckle your seatbelts. Then there's a short break between the tournaments. We're going to see something interesting. And then we're going to be playing a Blitz Tournament, which is 5-minute games. So we'll be able to talk about the games a little bit more, or maybe not. Maybe we'll just talk about something totally off topic, because we love doing that. Let's go see what we're doing here. Chess. Okay, there's the chess tournaments. I clicked tournaments up there where you can't see it. And now I'm clicking monthly bullet. And we're starting in a few seconds. So we're just in time, ladies and gentlemen, just in time. For some reason, I've been booted out of the tournament, so let's rejoin. And tournament is starting. So this is 1-minute games. Let's see if the sound is working. Our opponent, there we go, is on, connected, and go. Sound is working great, and we are off. What kind of chess game is this? A free pawn chess game. I like that. I like that. Now that I have a free pawn, I will win easily. So there's no concerns of not winning. I will now pick up the d pawn. I will later pick up the d pawn. Okay, I will pick up a knight. He didn't calculate that very well. He perhaps thought his queen would recapture, or perhaps he thought his knight would recapture, but the queen was blocked and the knight was pinned, and the other knight was dead. Oh, nice try. Checkmating me. Some danger is on the way, as we can see here. Let's see what I can do to protect myself from imminent checkmate. Closing it up is my plan. I will give up a pawn if you'll trade queens with me. That's the plan. Because otherwise, at least I've closed it up, and I'm forcing you back. Back. And at least the pawns are locked. So now let's open up the center, where I can attack your king. Check. See how this goes. Check. Looking pretty good. Check. And check. Ooh, very deadly. Very deadly. Is that going to be checkmate? This is looking very checkmatey. Haha. That's what happens when you don't castle. He attacked me a little bit too fiercely. Checkmate. Oh, I'm in check. Oh. Okay. Here comes checkmate now. Checkmate. What? Check. Here we go. Checkmate. What? What? I still have to continue playing for 5 more seconds? What did you capture? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Very dangerful. Good thing he's out of time. Man, that was checkmate. I probably missed a checkmate there. Probably missed one. Let's adjust the headset a little bit and dive into the tournament. So our leaders, ours is almost everyone. I'm at the bottom of all the two-point players. Not sure why that is, but we'll get that fixed. Don't even worry, guys. I'm bringing it back. Bishop c5, or sorry, bishop c4 is the wrong move. Itchy nose time. Because you have to move the bishop again after d5. So instead, you should play d4. Everyone play d4 against the French, and no one should play d3, because it's the annoying variation for black. Annoying to me, because I'm not used to it. But I did learn some tricks to handling it. Sometimes black will capture on e4, and that technique has helped me. So this person's playing too slowly, and now I'm doubling up their pawns. This is going great so far, guys. Pretty uneventful, but that's the way chess should be. Actually, that last game was pretty eventful. Fortunately, the event was not my king getting checkmated, and that's why it was good. This is a great position for me. Even though material is even, I've got his kingside pawns mess up. I think I'll bring my bishop around. Yeah, I think I'll just go here. And then, yeah, not much happening here that's any good. Hope my bishop doesn't get stuck. Oh, I got stuck taking a knight, and now you're out of time. Let's see if that fools him. Oh, it's a free bishop. Oh, out of time. I do that to people. Maybe I shouldn't, but it's fun. So we are in the lead now, 4 points and a flame. So for those of you visiting from outside of Light Chess, there are a few of you, because we're on TeamLiquid.net streams, and we are on Twitch.tv themselves. So you can find me by searching who's playing chess right now. Chess Whiz is playing chess. If you're connecting from one of those places, hi all one of you, then you might be confused about what's going on. Why is there a flame over there? That's my winning streak. When you get 2 wins, you get a winning streak, and then your wins are worth double. And the only problem with losing is you didn't win, so your win streak is over. Does b4 cause a problem for me? Apparently it doesn't if it's not played. I'll just keep developing. We're fighting Barons, whose rating is much lower than last time we played him. Because I believe he was 1800 at one point. I'll take that and see what I can do. I could take on f6 here because of that pinned pawn. And I think that's going to be pretty interesting. I don't like his position at all. He defended f6. But if I push here, that could be a difficult position for him. This is kind of weird. I don't think that was a good response for him. I'm really penetrating his position here. Not much is coming of it. Giving up the exchange, pal. Okay, that's fine with me. Oh, a free piece. I guess I'll take a free piece to even it out. And now a checkmate comes. How do I checkmate? He has the 2 bishops. There's no points of penetration over there. Now a checkmate is coming. 7 seconds left. I just have to be sure to checkmate. Rook here next. And double the rooks. And then pin him. Oh, 2 seconds. And he's out of time. Oh man, mouse blundering, and I almost... Okay, so I'm going to go grab a Kleenex. Be right back. Apparently when I put my headset up, you can't hear me. Okay, not only did you not hear me, but you didn't see me blowing my nose. That was excellent. Now we're back in the lead at 10-2. So we're playing Burns again. Barnes. And if we take him down, we will be... Oh yeah, that was not fair. Now we're leading the tournament. I've never won a monthly bullet because there's only been one before, and you can see it if you go into the previous episodes of Chess Whiz TV and watch Tournament Marathon, the first Tournament Marathon, which is like episode 9 or something like that. 8. I think it was 8. Snooker. Going down, snooker 147. I'll just continue giving away pawns. Oh, let's trade queens. No. Oh, this is not good for you. Oh, this is even worse for you. Oh, man, I did not expect this. That pawn had an unexpected promotion. A literal promotion. I'll checkmate him with my 2 queens. Yeah, this is definitely tough for black. Oh, that's not a good move. For another free queen. Man, this is good for white. I wonder if the computer agrees with the computer analysis. Oh, I could have taken that bishop for free. Guess I'll take it for free now. That's checkmate right there. Wow, I don't know if I've ever had a game fall apart quite that quickly, quite that badly for black. That was really bad. I mean, how quickly can you lose all of your pieces? Apparently pretty quickly. Just allow them all to be captured. This is an interesting anti-Sicilian positioning. Let's give our opponent the isolated d-pawn. Pin. Why not? Oh, I'm pinned. Unpin. And knights to that vulnerable square. Pin. We'll come back there. I don't like the danger, Will Robinson, that was occurring on that diagonal. A trade. And an attack. I guess I will offer a queen trade. Yes, I've defended successfully. Queen f1 was a brilliancy. Now that the queens are gone, I have an extra piece. And I will win. And that's fantastic. I love winning. Pin that. Kind of a pin. Kind of good. Those f-pawns are going to get blocked now by a knight. This is very, very powerful place for a knight. See if he wants more trades. He does. So now my knight doesn't do anything, but my rook becomes very strong. Wow, look at all the free things. All the things are free. Okay, I'm suffering from a sinus blockage right now. It's also known as I need to blow my nose. And it's causing my voice to come through like I'm speaking through my nose. And here's the problem. I've done entire episodes. Don't queen that. Thank you. I've done entire episodes with my nose like this, and it's not pretty. So we're going to blow my nose one more time and try to revive the rest of the cast. Another win! All right, we're back. Drink a little water. Put my overlay back on. And this is amazing, unprecedented. Chess was running away with it. Win, 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 win. 6 in a row. We're playing Serg. And if we could beat him, our victory is not assured, but it's very, very strong. What happened to Takeda? That's what we want to know. Guess we don't have time to look, but he's way down here somewhere. Yeah, he just has 4 points. Maybe he lost to Serg, and that's what happened. Serg 01. He's the very first Serg, if you know what I mean. There were other Sergs, namely Serg 00, Serg 02, but we won't mention them. I'll just capture everything here in the center because I don't trust it. Hey, that is pinned. See what happens if I go for it. Oh no, discovered attack on my rook. I'd better get my rook out of the way. Okay, problem solved. Oh, that knight's guarding. Okay. Take that knight. Take care of that. Looking good. Oh, I should have taken. Let's do that again. I can take you this time. Because now I get a pawn. Oh! Now I get a pawn. Take, take. Take, take. Oops, that's not a very good move. I'm going to lose my pawn now. Oh, but this is a very serious check for him. He needs to go defend that. Oh, he did. And I keep my pawn. Very good. Oh no, I lose my bishop though. That was not a good exchange. "21 seconds for our Sergi opponent. This is better for them. Worse for us. Oops! Oh, I need that rook. I'll resign. The reason I resign is because we're in a tournament where the time matters. You see the countdown over here, 47 minutes? That is all that matters. When that runs out, the tournament's over. Queen a5. What is with this? I've been learning about this weird opening. Apparently it's good for winning a free pawn. I shouldn't have given that one away. Man. As usual, you know what happens when we air these tournaments? I get all discombobulated because it's such fast, rapid-fire games. Take me, A2, take me, take me. With no pauses in between. Well, I put some pauses in so I could get my sinuses cleared out. But there's no pauses, so the cast just gets off the bat, bam, 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 and I'm not able to talk. I'm not able to say, welcome, thank you for tuning in, that kind of thing. And so I'm just like, whoa, where are the chess pieces going? I'm falling over. It's stressful. And that's why I just don't feel like I'm in the groove, if you know what I mean. But I guess I can take the opportunity to do that. Who needs to win? Who needs to focus when you could, oops. I guess I need to win and I need to focus. Can I survive without my queen? For a while. For a while, the answer is yes. I might win. Pretty strong attack on f7 here. Yep, you know it. Yep, he saw that. He saw that. Now there's a problem. Checkmate. No! He had 3 seconds, so I had a shot. That was a bunch of silent losing at chess. Very, very pathetic. So what was I gonna say before I hung my queen? I said I was gonna relax, and then I hung my queen. So that didn't go very well. But what was the plan? The plan was to say, did you notice that I'm not all washed out and I look like a ghost from the 19th century? Look at that. I look a little bit better. I'm more like a modern-day ghost. It's because I installed drivers for my webcam. And it improved the quality somewhat. Now, I don't mean it made the quality great, because it didn't. But it improved it somewhat. And so now, you know, the lighting is a little bit better. Drivers are annoying. Do you know why they're called drivers? Because they driver you crazy. But at least they're installed now. So I didn't have the right drivers, whatever that means. And that was making my webcam look hideous. Now, arguably, it still looks hideous. But it has a different cause now. Now it looks hideous because it's a hideous webcam. How do you like my crazy attack? It's going to be strong. I can't push d4. So I guess I'll make my knights super annoying for him. Oh. My attack is still coming. That would give away a knight. Apparently this bishop does not attack the dark squares. Man, I don't want to trade. This game's going too slowly. If I pre-move everything, then I'll do better. He'll run out of time. Because this guy's not playing quite fast, quickly enough. Quickly. He's not playing quickly. If I take all his pawns, oh! This is not going good. I mean, here I am sitting here totally silent. Like, no, he's like, what's Chess was doing? Is he like playing chess or something? Totally silent, losing 3 games in a row without even saying anything. So you guys aren't entertained. You're not enjoying yourselves. You're just watching me lose. That's so sad. How are we going to crank up this episode a notch? Well, let's take a look at the chat. What does the chat have to say? Oh, wow, first position, nice. Missed that message. First position was a lot of positions ago. What else? Hi there, how's the tourney going? You can see. Well, it was going great. I had 6 wins in a row, and now I've lost 3 games in a row. So, right about the time you asked, it got a lot worse. Someone else, Clark Rubber, says, and that's why we focus. Now, Clark Rubber is probably the estimable Clarky from the LIChess forums, and so it's kind of him to tune in and watch me fail. Look at that b2 pawn. I'm totally going to take it. And he's running out of time. This game I'm going to win, guys. I'm going to win this game. There's no not winning for me. It's 100% winning all the time. Check. Oh, yeah. Yep, that's a good check right there. And then here, which is very weird. Oh, okay, I guess I'll get out of that. Very kind of him. Now my bishop's going to swing out here in the long, happy diagonal. And then I can push here. apparently I can't anymore, but now I can. Yep. Attack that knight. I mean pawn with the knight. Wow. He's holding this pawn, but he'll flag. He's just going to run right out of time. Right out. Doot. Why didn't he take my free bishop? I don't know. He's not playing very well, if you ask me. Clark Rubber says, yes, I'm the same guy as Clarky. So I have to ask, does your name contain Clark in it somewhere? Or is it just Clarky just for fun? Like, well, Clark is a good name, so I'll be Clark E, and then that's even better than Clark. I don't know. Maybe you'll answer on chat. Let's find out. Check. Yep, you're out of time. What? How do you have 2 seconds left? Out of time. Oh, he's lagging a little bit. There we go. Now he's out of time. So with 1 win now, we can start jumping ahead in the tournament. There's 4 people ahead of us, and we're fighting Takada. As you guys know, Takada is Scary Man who always beats Chess Whiz. But I've beaten him twice now, and so we're going to make that 3 times with today's game. With throw pawns away strategy. Whoa, take. Should call him Takada. Looking pretty good. Pretty balanced position. Pretty fair position. Pretty normal. Not too much going on. Oh, now there's something going on. Ouch. That's called a skewer. It hurts. And now he's going to trade everything, like strong players do when they beat you. How come I have fewer rooks? That's a problem. Because of this guy's amazing strength, I'm going to give up, because I just got my bishops forked. It's going from bad to worse. So let's just go beat someone instead of spending time losing to him. It's an advantage you have when you have a really high rating in these tournaments, because you want to win as quickly as possible so you can win again as quickly as possible. If you've got a nice big rating, people are like, I'm not going to beat this guy. They give up early, and that gives you more time to go win the next game. Now, technically, that wasn't very early. I mean, it was definitely totally lost for me, but it was still earlier than if he had been 1800. I probably would have played on and perhaps played better and not lost the bishops there at the very end. I'm getting them forked on the 7th rank. So, more messages on the chat. We've got some gobbledygook for most people. It says ClojureScript and React.js. For those of you who don't know, that's programming. And then it says to get chessboard.js and PNG for web out. Wow. Claymore is winning the tourney. That's true. He is. Dun, dun, dun. Is this the right place to be discussing that? That is a very clever pun, Clarky. Very clever saying the right place. Talking about writing it here. Because you spelled right wrong, unless you meant for a nice pun. Wow, what kind of move was that? This guy's going down. I'm pre-moving c4. Now I'm pre-moving b5 because he's running out of time. Maybe you shouldn't join the bullet tournament. You'd do better in the Blitz tournament because you're out of time. Pretty sad. 24 points now, and we got to beat Barons 1 more time if we're gonna continue the streak of wins. Black's pieces are a little bit passive, but just wait till I hit the center with e5. Yeah, take that. What happens next? Everything trades, apparently. Now what happens? Here? Let's trade rooks too. Now it's up to him to decide what happens. More trades, eh? Okay, so we're trading into a win for me. Why is this a win? Because I'm the better player. Pawns on the bad color square is what we're seeing here. Oh no, he will fix his pawns. I can't stop him from fixing them. Get my pawns on white. Force his pawns on black so that my bishop can attack them. So my pawns are very on white. Now what's going to happen? A lot of nothing, which means we need to be moving very quickly. I will give him the protected pass pawn. With the theory that if he takes it, he'll never win. He won't get his pieces in, and he will never win. Now, it's true that I will never win, but at least he will never win. I don't want to trade bishops, though, because then that protected passed pawn will be kind of powerful. Yep, I knew he was going to fall for that one, because we were moving so fast. Ha! That's what you got to do. Get him low on time, get him repeating, and then take something that was guarded. And boom! He moves too fast and he does not take it back. It's a good strategy. It's kind of mean, but you do what you can to win. And that worked pretty well. So he just got in the habit. Bishop back and forth, bishop back and forth. Pretty soon when I took something, he did not reply. And I broke through and won the chess game, like winning the chess game. So unfortunately, the commentary today is a little bit less humorous than it usually is. Usually I've made at least 6 bad jokes by now, and I think I've only made like 2. One of them was that right pun from Clarkey. And that hardly counts, because he's the one that typed that, not me. But that's because of the discombobulating tournament. That's a little bit difficult to keep up with. Once that's over and we have a little more time to breathe, which is 34 minutes, then things are going to get nice, like this. Things are going to get like this fork here. See that? I also have a free bishop. He has to play queen b8. I think I want the bishop, actually, because this is worth 2 points. That's the exchange. And if I come over here, I get 3 points and 5 points, but I didn't really deserve those points. I got a whole rook from that. So that's what things are going to be like after the first tournament and before the second tournament. So don't go anywhere. There's only 34 minutes. Okay, that is a long time, so maybe you should go somewhere. Go anywhere. Oh, yeah. Pretty good for me. Pretty good. This is going to be a nice check. Oh, it's not. Well, this is going to be a nice checkmate. His queen on a8 is not really participating very well. Checkmate. Good game, Ruddy. How we doing? 4th place and coming up. Tocket is ahead. Claymore's in the lead. Blah, 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 blah. Is lost his streak and lost 2 games in a row. So he's not doing quite so well. But I have a winning streak, so I hope I play Vidur, because that would be an easy win. And in this tournament, you know, tournaments aren't that fair. It's like, oh, I got a lucky pairing. I'm playing the guy who never moves. And so free points. So for example, Patrick O here, I'm going to be able to beat him a lot more easily than I would if I were playing some of these top guys like Claymore. He's a very strong player. 2315 is his rating. Quite a bit above 1509. So that's just chance, whether that's going to be awesome for you or awesome for the opponent. Not so awesome for you. But hey, life has chance in it. For example, did you choose your parents? Okay, well, I chose mine, but most people did not choose their parents because they're not manufactured. They're born. And that's pretty much chance. You could argue that it's not, but it's difficult to prove. I mean, people come up with theories about where people come from, and I'm all for that. It's like, great, let's talk about that. Where did you come from? And get out. But in terms of proving scientifically where people came from, man, that's so tempting to take this. I'm going to do it. And we'll see how it goes. It went pretty well. It was not safe. I should not have taken it. There were too many bishops attacking too many knights. It would have gone badly if he'd known what he was doing. But he didn't. But you really can't prove where you came from or where anyone came from, except we know that knight came from e1. And so you better just admit that you don't have control over it. Unlike this chess game, which I control. I'm choosing to win this game. There's practically no chance in chess. Actually, there is. Your opponent could get indigestion and make a really bad move. By the way, most bad moves are caused by indigestion. If you don't believe me, then you should get indigestion and see what kind of moves you make. Obviously, you should believe me after doing that. Here comes the streak. Thank you, Ornikar. Let's see if I'm missing anything good. Yeah, I am. Missing lots of good. Do you know TypeRacer? Yes, I know TypeRacer. Great question. Let me tell you about TypeRacer. So I was bragging to my coworkers about how fast I can type, because that's the kind of person I am, bragging, bragging, bragging. And what happened next? He was like, well, why don't you take a test? Go to typeracer.com. Now, I knew about TypeRacer. You guys should check this out if you haven't. Typeracer.com is a good place to race your typing. And 5 seconds left. Hold on. Let me beat this guy here real quick first. Real quick here. Oh, my rook. Ooh. going to make this tougher. No! 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 0.2 seconds and I'm moving into check. What? Sorry. Sorry. Good thing I don't know any bad words, guys. I would have said one. Anyway, typeraiser.com. Where was I? So I went there and I raced my typing. And this is the good part. This is going to cheer me up for losing that game that I should have won. Breathe in, just breathe. I typed 115 words per minute on typeraiser on my first try. It was fast. And now I'm never going to type on typeraiser again because I'm never going to type faster than that. I'd rather just say, oh yeah, I've been to that site, I'm 115. Because if I do it again, I'll probably be more like 90. Only 90 words per minute. Well, if you typed 115, then you would feel like only 90. Otherwise, you'd be like, 90? You crazy, try it again. Because 90 is really, really fast too. But 115 out of this world. How did I do that? I used Colemac, which is another keyboard layout. C-O-L-E-M-A-K. You should try it if you want to type like a maniac too. But it also makes you feel really dumb because you don't know where any of the keys are, and so you type slowly at first. It takes about 2 weeks to even become sane, and then you're good. Check. This looks like a good trick. Take this, and then he'll take my knight, and nothing good comes of it. Oh, oh, and then this, and then he takes my knight, and then I checkmate him. Checkmate. Pretty good trick. Thank you. Ready for a win. But my streak is gone. Does anyone remember what I did when my streak went? Yeah, my desk is going to have a bruise in it. So let's see what chat. Painfully slow. 15 words per minute at the moment? I don't believe that. I'll switch back to QWERTY and measure. Oh, he's 15 on Colemac. Well, congratulations, Clarky. You deserve some congratulations for trying Colemac and being 15 words per minute. Here's what you got to do. Don't look at the keyboard or at the keys. Just never look down. It's a little bit like tightrope walking. If you look down, you slow down. It's not good. By the way, speed's not the only advantage of Colemac. Comfort is important. Very true. I also use Colemac because it's comfortable. Because the important letters are not all over the place. 50 words per minute. Chatting, 8 seconds on the clock. Let's see what happens. That's pretty rad. 115. 115 is pretty rad. But to be honest, when I take a typical test, like I've taken some other tests, I'm typically between 90 and 100, which is still pretty rad. But it's not 115, so don't get me wrong, I'm not that good. How come I'm not in a chess game here? I'd better not be trapped out of the tournament. No, there's my last game. I guess I just don't have any opponents. But I'm in 5th place. That's quite a bit behind, 4 behind here. So we're going to set a new viewership record today, guys. We are already at 40 viewers. The previous peak was, I think, 38 viewers. New record! But first, thanks to Twitch TV for drawing in all the suckers who are going to spam and make themselves annoying in the chat. Thank you guys for not trolling the chat, because I don't have time to moderate while I'm playing really, really, really fast chess. So I appreciate your not trolling. But secondly, my casts are just getting more and more and more awesome, and so of course more people are tuning in for that. More and more people are hearing about it because it's on the front page of Light Chess every time I'm casting, which is nice. Thank you, Ornikar, for that. A little bit of front page advertisement. But I'm giving him front page advertising too, because this is lightchess.org, the best place to play chess. Let's start over. This is lightchess.org, the best place to play chess online. And it's better than chess.com. Do you know why? Because I didn't have to say, no, I don't want a free cruise to the Bahamas every time I win a chess game. Because that's like a scammy free cruise to the Bahamas. Do not click that free cruise. It's an ad, and there's no ads on this site. So if you wish you didn't have ads, you should visit lightchess.org. Only the best play there. Actually, not the best play there. Have you noticed there are not a lot of grandmasters? I don't know why. Why aren't there more grandmasters on here? They're coming. They're on the way. They're driving fuel-efficient cars, so they're a little bit slower. But they're coming. And if you're a grandmaster, then why are you wasting your time watching me? So there are no grandmasters watching. Don't even worry. Don't even wonder. There is not a single grandmaster. In fact, the strongest player watching is probably me, and I'm not very good. As you can tell, because I've just got my bishop trapped. Do I guard it with the rook? I don't have any time. I guess I'll move there. Man, this guy's just attacking me. At least I kind of untangled myself a little bit there. There. Does that help? Not really. Okay. Rook here, and trade. And you really gonna take that? You really gonna? Nope. It's all guard. And then there. Oh, is it check? Move up. There. Time's running low. Time's running low. Gastic. Do you have a gastric problem, and that's why you're called gastic? Probably. Pre-moving. You only have 3 seconds. Here, you can have my bishop if you have no time on your clock. Okay, that's more like it. The show is coming together, guys. We're doing better. And what we're going to do today is break 50 viewers. 50 viewers. Now, that's like nothing. If you go to Twitch TV, it's like 10,000 viewers, people playing, watching a card game. By the way, that card game is called Hearthstone, and it's not as stupid of a card game as I first thought. But it is a card game on a computer, which is pretty stupid. There's a lot of people watching those things. And then there's a lot of people watching League of Legends, which, who named this thing, is called LOL for short. And people actually say LOL. They're like, oh, I was playing LOL the other day. And I'm like, you were laughing out loud? Or some people call it lots of love. Am I getting checkmated? LOL does stand for lots of love. This could be serious. How do I not get checkmated? What about here? Yes, that helped a lot. Okay, now how do I not get checkmated? This way looks good. And the checkmate is defended. I guess I have to take that for free. I lost a lot of time, but I am now causing trouble to my opponent. His name's Gruns. I don't have time to read the whole thing, but it starts with Gruns. Throw some pre-moves in there. Looking pretty good. He's got to figure out how to not get checkmated here. It's not easy. Not easy at all. I think he chose one of the ways that does get checkmated. I don't know about you, but great. Here's a free rook. I don't know what I'm doing. I seriously don't know what I'm doing. Seriously? This is weird. I guess I'll just keep checking him. Okay, that ought to do it. Yep. He didn't know what to do when I moved my queen next to his king, right there, like, hi, I'm hugging you. He should have taken it, but he didn't have time for that because his mouse was slipping all over the place because he's out of time. Whew, I win that one. So what were we just talking about? Heroes of Hearthstone. It's like heroes of something. LOL. We were laughing about League of Legends. Other things people play on here, StarCraft 2, Heart of the Swarm, which is a great game, except why do they call it Heart of the Swarm? Because the acronym is HOTS. Like, I'm going to go play some HOTS. HOTS? Seriously? How are you going to play a serious computer game if you're calling it HOTS? I don't know how they even play that with a straight face. Maybe because Kerrigan is so HOTS, they think it's like a good thing, but she's not that HOTS. Although she has no clothes on, she also has no skin on, so that detracts from her HOTS. Somewhat. You know what? I'm not really attracted to people with no skin. I think skin is an important part of beauty. Oh no, I got forked talking about HOTS. It's Heart of the Swarm, guys. Who knows why it's called that? If you took with a bishop, you would have trapped my rook. Why didn't you do that, Claymore? Oh, I'm playing Claymore. No wonder he's beating me. I guess I should have noticed that earlier on there. Since Claymore is not leading the tournament now that Takeda is being Takeda. Just keep pushing pawns, see what happens. I shouldn't push that one. Guess I'll go here. Oh, yeah, that's good. Claymore's going to run out of time, and I'm going to take the win. He's up a piece. It's not very good. This is not very good at all. I can't do anything. Guess I'll do a Noah's Ark trap over here. He Now this is good. For him. Out of time, and he has 5 seconds. I moved. I didn't talk, but I moved, and I lost. Well, let's see. At least I've played a lot of games. As you can see, my bar goes all the way up here. Only McKenna50 has played more games. Step 2 is win those games, but at least I'm playing them. That's worth something. This is not a good opening. Why is Grunzinski Volk playing this? I'm going to castle queenside with check. Who does that? Me. Check. And then knight up here. That's cool. And then I'll just put my pawn on c4. That's cool. Oops, that's c5. Good enough. And then I will attack that. Not a perfect line, but then I'll take that, forcing a doubled pawn's. And then I will actually not get anything for my pressure. Unless he holds still for a few more moves. He did. Thank you. I got a free bishop. He really should have moved out of that pin a little earlier. Would have been good. Yeah, he's not defending this very well. This is just getting worse and worse and worse for him. Wow. Yeah, pretty bad. Where does my knight go? Oh, more free things. My knight should go here. Oh, I don't need anything now. I can just win. Checkmate. Yeah, his defense really fell apart. Leaving king on d8 and bishop on d7 across from my rook and just waiting for a few moves while I doubled up my rooks was not a good defensive plan. F4 is a little crazy. I've been watching some strong chess, and the strong players do not move every pawn out really far like I do. Weird, huh? I do. Apparently they don't. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to play a little bit more conservatively and just trade these bishops. It's popular to trade the bishops because Black spent all those moves opening up dark squares around his king, so why not just let him do that? That's a good idea. Knight. And are you going to play d5, e5? Don't do it. I don't want you to push that. I want you to keep it backwards forever. See if this holds you back. I'm not so sure that it does. Young grasshopper. But it might. Okay, what do we have? 2 rooks barreling down on a knight. Okay, so my power on that pawn is still pretty strong. Switching lanes? Do you think you can survive? Well, you can't. Here, I'll give myself an isolated d-pawn and 3 useless queenside pawns, and then you won't know what to do. Yeah, this is good for me. Look at all those pawns on white squares. There's a lot. Oh, there's a little bit fewer now. There's still too many. Free bishop, I guess? Should I take that? I bet I won't get it. I'll move here instead. Then I'll double up on the 7th rank. He's pinned. This is bad for Grasshopper. Yeah, real bad. Look how bad. Look how bad it gets when your pawns are all in the same color as your bishop. That's what I blame this on. That's what's happened to him. He wants so badly to trade, even though he's way, 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 way down, because of the pressure of my rooks. Okay. Wow, pretty good position for me. I just have to capture this at the right time. I guess I'll go take it so that it can't jump out at me. Okay, you're out of time. Out of time. Back to tournament. So how are we doing? Tournament has 16 minutes left. Wow, the overlay sure looks bad when we're in the tournament view. Don't look at that. We're playing Dreamwalker 3. His rating's 2085, which is a nice big rating. So when I beat him, you're going to love it. Perhaps there's more who don't want to be identified. That's true. There might be more grandmasters who don't want to be identified, but wouldn't they have high ratings? Let's look here on the Players tab. Players. Let's look here at the very best players. Think if it's an IM, Abyssus could be a GM. GM, FM is number 4. This is a weak website. Blah. I guess that could be a GM. This could be a GM. I don't think these guys are GMs. Presa is definitely not a GM. That's not a high enough rating. So there are not, whoops, that's not where I want to go. There are not very many GMs on this website. There might be 2 or 3 others that are in hiding, but there's not a lot. If there are more, then they're not playing like GMs. They're like, I'm undercover GM. I will hang my bishop. That's the kind of thing they do, which is almost what I just did there, hung my rook. I'm an undercover GM, but GM does not stand for Grandmaster in this case. It stands for good man, which I am. And I'm undercover. I act like a bad man, so that you can't tell I'm a good man. Uh-oh. I guess I better take things. I'll face your queen with my queen. I'll face you. It's FaceTime. That's a really weird name for a product, by the way. I don't know why Apple called it FaceTime. It sounds like it's time to smash some faces, which is not what I think they meant. Should I take that? I want to fork him, but then he will pin me, and then I will notice that his rating is 2178. And we've traded down into an opposite B's endgame. And opposite B's means nothing happens, except I am going to run out of time, which is too bad. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm okay. I'm okay, guys. Don't worry. Oh, now it's draw, except I'm going to lose. Shouldn't have done that. How did this get quite so bad? We don't know. But it's all about the time. Apparently it's all about that queen. I thought it was all about the time until he got an extra queen. Then it was not all about the time. I lose. I lose. An opposite-colored bishop's drawn ending. Why? Because I hung my e-pawn, and then I fell apart on the queen side. And now I'm fighting Takeda, who's 2308. Good, because he's usually 2208. So those extra rating points are going to help my rating go up by even more when I beat him with c5 and then d5. Yes. Okay, we're focusing here. We're going to take Takeda down. We're going to beat him. Queen here. And guess I'll fianchetto. Oh, king f1. I just noticed that that wasn't very smart. That was a mouse slip for him. And I'm trapping my queen, so I need to be very careful. He likes these trades because his king gets untangled. I allowed him to do that because I'm a wuss. But at least I'm a nice man. I mean, a good man. I'm a GM. Nice try. Nice try there, Takeda. That was clever. That was clever too. Just not clever enough to win yet. Uh-oh, that might have been clever enough to win. Oh, that was pretty clever. Oh no, in a trade and he wins. He's gonna win! He was in a worse position for a long time, but I was so eager to move quickly that I gave him a better position. Oops. Thank you. Knight f5 would have been good, picking up a pawn over there. I don't want to trade. No. You might ask, why did I trade if I didn't want to trade? I don't know, but I didn't want to trade. I really didn't. I don't think Takeda can win this ending. Only one pawn ahead. What's he going to do? Oh, he's thinking. Not good. Resign. Resign! I'll drink some water, guys. This'll cheer me up. And you can't hear me. Well, Morphe's Ghost, I appreciate that you say this dude is cringeworthy, because not only am I cringeworthy, but I am also a ghost. You see my cheekbones? Ooh, I'm a ghost. But you're Morphe's Ghost, and that's pretty cool, so I wonder what you look like. That must be Paul Morphy. Ornikar, if you read this, I have a suggestion. That means if you don't read this, I don't have a suggestion. Interesting statement. Then it says, here I go. That was a little unnecessary. I am running out of time in a chess game while I read that. So we don't know what the suggestion was because we have to beat Grunus Volk one more time. C4, knight, F4. F4 is the wrong move, but I played it, so that's something. This dude is cringeworthy. Too bad I'm the dude. If I were some other dude, maybe I wouldn't be so cringeworthy. But I'm cringeworthy. What I want to know is, why is this guy spectating? Because this is the secret GM. Look at this. This guy, his rating is 2,771. Big number. So why is he watching me? That's a mystery. He's probably an undercover GM. He's checking me out. He's like, this dude is cringeworthy. Probably what he's saying. So what was that suggestion? Make it self-select. That's kind of boring. Can't you make a more interesting suggestion? Like, make the bishops move like knights? That would be awesome. A piece that moves like a knight and a bishop. Can you add that, Ornikar? Please add that feature. I am almost out of time because I spent all that time reading your comment. It was the cringeworthy guy wasting my time. Oh boy. I'm dead. But I'm still in 4th place. Don't know why, but I'm still in 4th, and there's another person tied and another person with 1 fewer point. So I need to focus so that I can do less bad than I'm doing. Less bad. Okay, what was that suggestion? Make it self-select. Self-select? That is the most boring suggestion I've ever heard of. But I'm playing Claymore, so let's win more. Now that I know I'm playing him, I'll play much better. Take, and here. Here. A little bit of nose picking on stream. That's why you guys watch me, right? It's free nose pick cam. That is what I love watching. Problem on D6. Mayday, mayday. Hey, that looks cool. Yeah, this position is great. Take that, Claymore. I have a position and it's not lost yet. Okay, what happens next? Well, he keeps pushing in. Should I just defend, defend, defend? Okay. It's not a very good move, but it's a move, which is required in a game of chess. Chess is not a game where you have choices. You have to move. This should be good. This should be good. Who says that? Something from StarCraft. Check. Okay, Claymore, I think you're down a pawn. I really think you're down a pawn. I'll have to count later. Let's try to rescue my stuff here and not lose it. Five pawns to 5. I guess he's not down a pawn. Took me that long to count. But I've determined that he's not down a pawn. Now he's down a pawn. And he's going to get mated. Checkmate, Claymore! You just lost, and you're 2276. I'm not celebrating because my strength is obviously 2277. So why would I even care if I beat you? Not even important. Not even anything. Why is my time running? I played e4. Grinzinski Vinsky Volk is going to lose to the King's Gambit this game. Speaking of crazy openings, next episode on Tuesday, we're going to do something awesome. Now, it's not the typical crazy opening where it's like we just do really, really stupid stuff. I like the transvestite opening. I mean, that's seriously stupid. I don't know who suggested that. We could go in the... we could go find out, but who cares? Next episode, we're going to play Pawn Storms every game. Now, here's what a Pawn Storm is. You move your pawns, and you move your pawns, you move your pawns until your opponent's checkmated. Does that sound fun? It is. So here's the rule. You have to castle on the opposite side of the board as your opponent. Now, that happens normally sometimes, but we're going to make it happen every game. Whichever way he goes, I'm going the other way. And so, then I get to move all my pawns out and checkmate him on that side of the board. So next episode, every game's going to be a Pawn Storm. It's going to be epic, and it's definitely going to be cringeworthy. So if you are Morphe's Ghost and you're looking for cringeworthy, you found it. Wow, look at that, a free bishop. That's pretty cringeworthy. Oh, look at that, a free queen. That's pretty cringeworthy. I mean, this show is full of cringeworthy, but next episode's going to make this thing look like child's play. Should I throw away things? Okay, okay. I don't need things to win. Oops. I didn't know that was legal. I was going to take the knight. I'll take it now. Okay, you're getting checkmated. Check. Where does the checkmate come from? It's on the way. It got delayed. There was what they call inclement weather. Now, inclement's not actually a word, but they use it when they want to say, we lost your package and we're still looking for it. They just say, there was inclement weather. They made it up, so don't believe them. Here comes checkmate for you. Checkmate. Checkmate. Took a little while, but Volk has gone down again. So, with 2 wins, we're now starting a streak. 52. We've got to pass Mackinac, get on a 50, because we're a better player than he is. His rating is only 1,917. So we definitely need to beat him. Now, we have to beat Claymore one more time to do that, but we can do that. Let's just play the Panov-Botvinnik attack, which some people call the Panov because they're lazy, but they should call it the Panov-Botvinnik because Botvinnik, Mikhail Botvinnik, is a better player than you, and he's dead. That's how good he is. So you should call it the Panov-Botvinnik. That is my reasoning. I'm not going to take that. It's a bad bishop. Nice try. Whoops, now it's a good bishop. Nice try. Knight coming out. Should I take? No. Let's just come back there just in case things get ugly. Rook c1 is my move. Rook c1. Rook c1. You're getting trades and my isolated pawn is feeling silly. Thanks for not taking a2. That would have annoyed me. He wants Fen. Don't we all want Fen? Fen is nice. I wish I had Fen. I should not take that. Why do I have these bad habits? Taking things, because I play slow time controls. The slower the time control, the more things you should take. Faster. Did I say slower? Faster time controls. That's what I play. It's opposite color bishops, ladies and gentlemen, which means another draw, except for the time. So I'm glad he's thinking. That's going to help. Uh-oh. Oh, he can't do that. I'm guarded. Let's get everything on my own bishop color so that he can't take it. Oh, I had a free bishop, and now I do. Oh, no, that's not free. That's not very good calculation, ladies and gentlemen. I counted to 1, and I counted very poorly. Resign. Apparently, 1 is more than 2. I had 1 attacker, and he had 2 defenders. Well, 2 and 2. 2 equals 2. There was a problem anyway. Okay, so there's 2 minutes left. Are we going to play another game? I think so. And then we're going to breathe. Finally, you know what my ears feel like? They feel like, hey, they feel like Jell-O. Ah, my ears. Because this headset is squeezing them. Good thing my opponent's not moving, because otherwise I would be losing on time. I can still win. MKNA 150 lost his game. Just have to move really, really, really fast. Every move pre-move. Every move a pre-move. That's the motto. Okay, I won't pre-move this. It's a little dangerous. But I can win this in 1 minute, because he's going to use a minute, and I'm not going to use any time. Why are you using your minute, dude? Maybe bishop g2? Do you want to play bishop g2? Okay, that's my pre-move. He's gone so slowly, I'm making a pre-move. Bishop g2 is a reasonable move, pal. You should move there. Or not. Urikwas is following me. I appreciate that you do that. Can you teach me how to be 2700? That'd be nice. You could come on air. Maybe you could just be me. Oh, he did play bishop g2, but he has 10 seconds. I think there might be a problem with his internet connection, which means he's not really a person. A person not connected to the internet is like an island. It's not really a person at all. Out of time! So can I get back and play another game? Let's find out. 1 minute. Come on, come on, come on. Because, okay, we can. But we have to finish this within 1 minute, which means we have to play really, really fast. Because this can't even not go down to 30 seconds on my side, or it won't count toward the tournament. Checkmate, come on, let me checkmate you. Come on, let me do it. Oh, he noticed. That's why he's thinking so long. Ah. Faster, faster. Oh, that's a good move. That was good. For you. Oops. Okay, so I'm successfully moving fast. I am not successfully winning. So I got one of my 2 goals completed. Apparently the other one is not going to happen. At least I lost fast enough. He won with 10 seconds left. And so that bumps him up here in 9th place. That's something. Thank you. At least I can lose in 30 seconds. That is something. That is some skill. So I ended tied for 4th place unless this guy's gone. Is he playing? What was his last game? Let's take a look. His last game was a loss, and before that was a loss, and before that... Okay, so he lost 2 games, and that was his problem. Goodbye, and goodbye, and here we are. Every time a chess player loses in a completely won position, a kid in Africa dies. Every time a kid in Africa is born, a kid in Africa dies. So does that mean we should stop kids from being born? Some people say yes. So many dead kids, that's true. That is true. So tied for 4th place. Not too bad. So let's look at the ratings to see how we did. Serg beat us with a 2200, Takada 2200, Claymore 2200. Then this guy tied. He's lower, and this guy's 2009. This should be 2200 also, guys. Who knows why it's not? Everyone's underrated, and I'm not any different than that. So all these people below here, except for Flylozov, who played fewer games. He played 3 fewer games. At least 3 fewer. Actually, this maxes out at 20. So he didn't play enough games to pass everybody. Otherwise, he would have. He did get all these losses in here, though. All these guys are lower. So basically, everybody who is better than me did better than me, and everyone who's worse than me did worse than me. What a surprise. So that's the end of the tournament. ChessWhiz takes 4th place in the monthly bullet. Coming up next is the monthly blitz. Now, that is going to be 5-minute chess, and it's going to be long. So we need to have a short intermission here so that I can do some things that human beings do off camera. So we're going to see what we're going to do. We're going to be right back, but there is an intermission that's more interesting than nothing. So see how many viewers I'm talking to. 33 people need to wait here. Wait. Not yet. Not yet. Okay, so you're waiting for a few minutes. This gives you a chance to go do some of the things you need to do. Come back in 5 minutes, and the action will return. See you soon. Cool button number 1. Okay, yeah, BRB. Hey guys, this is a 5-minute break. You see that timer? See that 4 minutes left? That's 4 minutes, and then we're coming back. So we're just not doing tournament-y things, but we're still doing things. So don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, I am fast at everything. Welcome back to ChessWhiz TV, episode 20, part B. Episode 20. Do you know what that means, guys? We cast 3 times a week, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays. 3 times a week for 20 episodes means 6 weeks. I've been doing it for the 6 weeks. I have been doing this for 6 weeks, and I'm not dead yet. Oh, yeah. So it's intermission time. We're doing the show, intermission show. Now, I remember last time we had an intermission-y thing, which was 2 weeks ago today, 14 days ago, for those of you who are keeping track. We did some juggling, but here's the problem. Juggling balls went up here, and then they went off the screen. Plus, we got a lot more viewers right now, so we're going to do some better juggling, because I got some better things to juggle. See what I have right here? A juggling ball. And right here, see how big this is? Easy to see, and this one's red. And this one is red. And this one, yes, this is not the same as these balls. It's this one, and it's black. And this one is red. That's 5 juggling balls, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I've learned that if you get further away, then what happens? You get smaller. So now when I throw, hey, look at that. You can see the top. So this is going to be 5 juggling balls. No one can do this but me. No one on stream can do this. Only I can do this. If you go watch Hack Attack or Chess.com TV, you're not going to see juggling 5 balls. None of them can juggle 5 balls. So that's why you watch ChessWhiz TV. And check out the awesome shirt. Do they have awesome shirts? No, they don't. Only me. What's that behind me? Ignore that. Huh! Can you see? No. Yes, you can see. Are my hands too low? My hands are too low. Let's move the camera a little bit. This camera is adjustable, and my arm is like Godzilla's arm. Ah! Okay. Okay. 5 balls. Commencing. This is really hard, guys. This is really hard. But the balls are nice and big, so you can see them now. Ready, set, hup, ha, woo, ha. And I still caught 2 of them. That's 2 out of 5. 40%, ladies and gentlemen, on the 5 balls. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes. All right, so what else are we going to do? Where's my Rubik's Cube? I want to solve my Rubik's Cube and break 1 minute, because 1 minute is like a barrier of times, and I can't find my Rubik's Cube. That's embarrassing. I really should have found it during the break, when we were on break, which was during the break. Here I am wandering around, Maybe we're not going to do Rubik's Cube. I'll do Air Cube. Okay, now doing the top layer. Done. 14 seconds. That's a new record. Oh. Well, if there's no Rubik's Cube, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? That's so weird, though, because it was just right here. But I'm not going to waste your guys' time. We're going to do something else interesting. You need to make a request on chat, and then I'm going to do it. Is there any awesome web game that you wish you could see me own because I'm awesome at web games? Like Get Through the Maze game? Because I would be good at that. Yes, I would. Here, we're going to the browser. Let's head over to the tournament to make sure we're joined it, because it tends to kick you out. By the way, congratulations to Serg01. He barely beat Takeda by 4 points. Takeda is usually the winner of every tournament. The winner of every tournament. So that's amazing for Serg01 to do that. So congratulations from Russia, which means he doesn't know what I'm saying. Because those Russians, they just play chess. They don't even speak English some of the time. Tournaments. Some of them do speak English. So no offense to Russians. I don't speak Russian, so it's fair. Live Chess monthly Blitz today at 9:20. Up my time, and it's not nearly that. Starting in 10 minutes, and I'm joined. Okay, and look at that. I'm the top of the list. Top of the list. That's not going to be long. Some tough guys are going to enjoy it. But for right now we're okay. Good luck, ChessWhiz, says Schachful. Now I know this means Schach. It's pronounced Schach, and it's German, and it means chess. Thank you, viewership, for teaching me that. Today's puzzle is quite the challenge, so we're going to take a look at today's puzzle. Flappy Bird. Guys, Flappy Bird is so easy. I mean, I could play Flappy Bird in my sleep. Paste. Whoops, I don't mean to Google him. I mean to go to this link that someone sent me. 4096. This game is so easy. So easy. Watch. What's wrong with my up arrow? Look at this game. Does this look hard to you? Huh. Weird. ChessWhiz is owning it up in a game that you always lose. And he's not even taking any time. How does he do that? How does he do that? How does he play so fast and still do so well? The secret is press all the keys all the time. Uh-oh. Looking good. Ha. So in this game, you merge the numbers together. And you try to make it to 4096, which is a really big number. So we're not going to get that far, of course. But we are going to merge for a long time. That's enough of that. This game, actually, most people are like, where should I move? Boink. And they think and think and think. They don't know. All you have to do is key smash, and you'll do just as well. So that's that link. You guys, if you want to play that, you should search the internet for 2048, which is 2 to the 11th power, and you will find that game. Someone says Flappy Bird, but that's way too easy. Also, I don't know how to play Flappy Bird on my computer. Someone else says today's puzzle is quite the challenge. You should attempt today's puzzle. And then someone else says, you're going to blunder before 1,000. No, I'm not, because I'm going to stop before 1,000. Ha. Okay, let's look at today's puzzle. Quite the challenge. Interesting. But what you don't know is my puzzle rating is 2,307, because I beat all these puzzles in a row. I mean, I solved them. So this is going to be no problem for me. Let's see. Queen here, check. And there. And then we've got check over here. Skewer the queen. That's probably not the solution, because it's probably a checkmate. So check here. He has to go there. Check here. He has to go there. Check. I almost had a check. So check here. He's forced to b4. That looks like a good start. Then maybe c5 check. And he's forced over to a4. Oh, this is quite a challenge. Yeah, start with this. Okay. For those guys who don't know, you should just start the first move, and if you get it wrong, well, you were going to get it wrong anyway, obviously. So you should just get started. So now let's see. c5, this is easier to look at now that we've moved part of the position. King a4. I think it's going to be, if b5, then king a5. And then queen here, b4. No, that doesn't do it. Too much defense on b4. Queen e7 check? That doesn't lead to anything. What about queen c5 check? He's got two moves, but if he slides there, it doesn't really help him. But queen b3 after queen c5. Anybody see it? You should tell me in chat if you see it and save me the embarrassment. Queen c5, king b3. Nothing good comes of that. So what is the next move? Probably pawn c5. Forcing king a4. That's probably the move. But then the next move isn't so clear. No one is telling me the answer on chat. How am I going to keep my puzzle rating nice and high if you don't tell me the answer? The other possibility would be queen here check. No, that's no good. It needs to be a check. Guilty Look says I can't see it, but I would play f5. Guilty Look, what you don't realize is that this is f5. And that's a bad move. So I think you must mean c5. So we'll try that. c5 is good. Thank you, Guilty Look. If it were not good, it would have said you lose. So now, should we play b5? That allows king in. And then do we even have any checks? Not really. I mean, after king a5, I don't even see a way to check the opponent except on this diagonal. And that will easily be blocked with c3. So the other choice would be bishop b5, pulling the king into b5. And then a6 maybe, but the king gets down here and there's nothing good. Nothing works that way. c5, b5, queen h6. Queen h6? Yes, that's the move. Queen h6. Yeah, yep, thank you. The reason I know that's the move is because I've seen this puzzle before. Queen h6 is brilliant. The king can't move, the queen can't do anything to help, and then queen's going to come over here mate. We have now spoiled the puzzle. Take and take that and checkmate. Here's the thing. I didn't get any points for that. You know why? Because I've already played it. Why would I have already played such a tough puzzle that's rated 2241? Because I'm rated even higher. So I've played all these hard puzzles, so I've played it. Use the modern piece set. It's more fun. I can do better than that. Themes, I can use the purple piece set. And the modern. Which one's modern? They're all modern. This one looks pretty modern. That didn't change anything. Let's try again. Let's try that one. It's not changing it. Okay, we're going to try a 1 second game. 1 second with the new piece set. Oh, I could change languages too. I could go to Russian and then no one can read it. Okay, that looks great. See if anyone can play chess like this. Let's play Irsk. Let's not waste time. Okay, guys, ugly chess. This is a great variant. How do I even see what I'm moving? This is like blindfold chess. Whoa, it's like the Matrix chess. It's like not chess. You just have to memorize where everything is. Oh, I just realized my opponent's not playing this way, so he can see everything. That's pretty bad. And I just have to memorize where everything is. Wow, how does anyone play like this? Ornikar, did you really do this? Do you realize how bad this is? This is a free bishop. This is really bad. I mean, no one can see anything on this chessboard. Literally. Literally no one can literally see any literally thing on this chessboard. Those bishops look awful. An awful lot like pawns. They look awful. Just flat out awful. In fact, it's so awful that I'm getting skewered. That's how awful they look. But for some reason I have lots of time left on my clock, so apparently bad, ugly pieces can help you to move quickly. Who knew? Is he going to notice A1? He did. So I'm down the exchange, but I've got a pawn for it. So that's something. And then he's coming to checkmate me. Guess that'll stop the checkmate. Look at this. It's like, oh, it's white's turn, or is it ugly white thing's turn? No one can even tell that's a king. It just looks like a blob. Oops, that didn't work. I'm taking your rook. You're out of time. That was nice. I'm so glad this guy ran out of time so that I wouldn't be humiliated with that chess set. We are never doing that again. Thanks for scarring my face. Real chess. Oh, that is so much better. 52 players prefer... So the creator of the site is on here, on the chat, and he says 52 players prefer to have their pieces like that. Actually, I don't think that's true. I mean, look at some of these choices. Oh, this is the modern way. Oh, this is pretty good. Let's play this way. And so he can actually see that 52 people have their pieces set up like this. But I do not think that they're preferring it. I think that's 52 people pulling a prank on their friends, logging into their accounts and making their pieces ugly. Very, very ugly. The tournament is starting, guys. We need to change this back to normal and normal. Monthly tournament going. Why didn't you warn me? Oh, because you didn't have any time. It's only 10 seconds in. Am I joined? I'm on there. Let's play some tournament. Come on. Withdraw, join. What am I missing? There we go. Let's play Baze. So it's a 5-minute chess game. Much, much more relaxing. Ah, my ears. Okay, we're going to try it this way. Can you still hear me? Let's try it this way. Try it this way. Oh, yeah. Roger that. If you hear my breathing and I sound like a wild animal, you should let me know. Baze is not here. Hey, Baze, make your move. Baze will run out of time in 2 seconds, and then I get to claim a win. Claimed! And I'm off to a great start. I am the tournament leader. Anyone who plays Baze is going to be the tournament leader, though. Baze is the first loser. Wow, it's like the first lady, except it's not as good. Not as good. Okay, e4, e6. Here comes a chess game. What are we going to play? I think chess. So we did set a new record for viewership at 40 viewers, but I predict we're never going to break that again because this slower chess, guys, is not the speedy chess that you guys saw an hour ago. So for those of you just tuning in, we are playing a slower tournament. So there's actually a long, long time in this tournament, as you can see over here. So get out your pillows and start snoozing. And it's 5-minute games. The rules are if you win, you get 2 points. I already have 2. If you draw, you get 1. If you lose, you get 0. But if you win 2 in a row, then all your points are doubled for that streak from then on. So the third win is worth 4, and so is the fourth, and so is the fifth. 4 points instead of 2 because it's doubled. 2 times 2 is 4. Whoever gets the most points in 1 hour, 38 minutes without falling asleep wins. If you fall asleep, you get half credit. Clarky's board is used by 3,734 players. And that's the one Chess Whiz is using. You know what, Clarky? I liked this board here that everybody uses, I think. But yours is nice too. Yours is nice too. So that's the one we're using right now. It's nice and dark. Nice and shady. What do you call the piece set where the pawns are dots? That is ugly piece set number 4. I think it's this one. Yes, the pawns are dots. Who would play like this? And then you can have this one. That's kind of cool. This one's kind of cool. That one is stupid, and this one is crazy. So these two, I think, are the ones that should not even be on light chess, because they're not really chess at all. How's my position? Pretty good. Need to bring out these 2 pieces, get my rooks to this line. Center line, that is. Not completely necessary in this exchange French to get the rooks to this line, because it's not going to happen. Nothing's going to happen here. There's no points of penetration where you can move your rook down and actually wreak some havoc. And so all that really happens is the rooks get traded. So it's not very exciting to get your rooks there. But I'm still doing it. So nothing's going to happen but a bunch of trades. So this game is looking pretty drawish, but I predict it will not be a draw. Why? Because we're not grandmasters. That's basically why. If we were grandmasters, it would be a draw. But we're not. So how can I improve my position? Someone in the chat says, you think that's not chess. But everyone has their own idea of what's not chess. That's true. I think checkers is not chess. What do you think is not chess? Don't answer that. 1-minute games. That is chess. That's the only chess. 1-minute games. Queen F1 exclam. He's getting some momentum here so that he can do nothing because it's such a drawish position. Did you give up a free pawn? No. No, but you are taking space on the king side. What should I take with? I'll take with the knight, and then I'll move here. Okay, this is reasonable. He cannot play f4 because it's pinned, although that would be what kind of gets his pawn structure back to one piece instead of pawns and way out pawn and pawns. That's a weird move for him. I'm surprised by that. Now I'll attack that weak pawn. Weak-ish. How will he defend it? In a strange fashion. So f6, that pawn is pinned. He can't protect it with a pawn. He can't protect it with a knight, or I just knock it off. He can't protect it with a bishop. He can't protect it with a rook. He's made a mistake. Queen e1 is a weird move, and rook f1 is weird too. He should have just played, well, he was trying to play king h1 so that he could, and now I get this guy. Boom! He was trying to play king h1 so that he could play f4, but he needed to defend f2 to play king h1, so he played rook f1 so he could play king f1, but then I attacked the pawn, he had to play queen e1 to protect e5 so that he could play king h1 so he could play f4. It was too slow, Joe. He had a problem. But now I'm winning. If I were Grandmaster, I would definitely win. And if he were Grandmaster, he may still win, but he won't win against me because he's not a Grandmaster. All this about GMs. Did you know GM actually stands for General Motors? Which is a weird name for a company? General Motors? I mean, did he join the army and become a general? Or what? But that's what it's called, General Motors. Everybody wants to be a General Motors in chess. I wonder if my voice sounds similar this way. My ears feel a lot better, that's for sure. Wow, my ears were basically falling off. Bishop back. My position is so much better. I basically can't lose. Had a lucky start being paired against Bays in that first round. You can see no one else even has 2 points. I assume this auto updates. Maybe it doesn't. Let's find out. Let's go back to that tournament. New tab. Oh, look at that. All these people have 2 points, and this is not auto-updating. So that's a feature request. I want this thing to update. That thing. Hold on. Hold on. Let me show you where it is. Right. Those numbers there, right over there, should auto-update, and they don't. That's the way everyone should submit their feature requests. Don't you think? I think so. Stream yourself flying across the screen pointing at what you want changed. That will get some change occurring. Guess I'll take that. Anybody knows what the piece set with the pawns with the dot are called? I think it's called modern. I know that was asked a long time ago, but I really think it's called modern. I'm a little creeped out by Eurikaz following all my games because he's such a strong player. I don't know why he's wasting his time with me. But it's kind of scary when a 2700 follows you everywhere, because look at this. He is rank number 6 out of 205,000 players on the website. And so that's a high ranking for someone to be watching all my games. He's the 6th best player on the website right now. Trade, 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 trade. I have an extra pawn. I can't lose. Can't lose. It's an endgame. That means use your king. Hi, Clarky. Thanks for becoming a spectator. Thanks for making me feel better about Urikaz. I feel like maybe he won't mug me now that you're here. So I appreciate you standing by. Oh, well, it's not called modern, it's called spatial. And now you know. Thank you, Ornikar. Thank you, Thibaut. Now I have to learn how to pronounce your last name. It looks like Duplicis, but it's sure not. We know that because it's French, it's probably just de. It's probably the whole thing. De. Maybe there's another consonant sound in there, but at most one. Let's make some passed pawns. So he's going to admit on chat, I'm sure, I hope, how to pronounce his last name. Maybe he doesn't want to because he doesn't want people to know his last name, but you can pretty much find it out if you want to know it because it's on the interwebs. What about H5? H5. Does that do? Is that any good? Is that any good? No. How do I break through and win? Maybe I'll just play waiting moves for a while. I know what to do. Bishop to c8, and then a6, b5, c4. That's my strategy. Don't tell Grandmaster Oaker. Wait, he is a GM. GM, except that's not a name. Oaker? Oaser? Yeah, that's not a name. Hello, Z1X1C1. Thank you for joining. I feel much better about Eurikaz following me everywhere with these other guys in the room. Thank you. For those of you joining from Twitch, this game is called chess. You move your piece on your turn, and then the other guy gets to move. You just take turns, take turns. It's a little bit like being a kid again, where you have to take turns. The goal is to keep moving until this number gets to 0. If you do that, you win. It's a lot like League of Legends. It's not very much like Hearthstone, though, which is a great name for a stone on a hearth, but not a very good name for a game. So to each his own. I'm still going to win this endgame because that number is getting close to 0. Very close. D3, and then I will be 2 moves away from a new Kven. Oh, now I'm a bishop away. So I'll take this pawn. And then he'll flee with that pawn. Nope, he won't. Okay, you have problems. You have problems, pal. You have big problems. You see very many white pieces on the board? No. He's white. And so that's a problem for him. Not a problem for me. I don't mind at all. Just pre-move over here, pre-move over here. And then take this. And see that number's getting close to 0. When it gets to 0. Hearthstone is a good name if you understand the lore. That's true, but if you don't understand the lore, then it's a bad name. And I don't understand the lore, therefore it's a bad name. Simple logic, guys. If you want to use an if statement, then you want to mean an if statement. Don't say, if you're there, I'm hungry, because you're hungry whether they're there or not. So think about your words. Captain Logic to the rescue. We've got 2 wins, and now we're playing someone whose rating is 1666. That's kind of scary, too. And I bet Uruguay is going to come back and watch. Scary! So Deaf Doorknob is our tournament tied with us leader. The reason that's of interest is Deaf Doorknob won last month's monthly Blitz Tournament, which is pretty cool, I think. Now, how can we look that up? I don't know, Thibaut. Maybe you should add a way to actually look that up. Who won last month's tournament? Because if I try to do that in the Tournaments tab, there's no way I'm going to find last month's tournament on here. Absolutely no way at all. And if I look it up through his profile, whoops, I mean Deaf Doorknob's profile, there's once again no way to see how he did in that tournament way back then. So there's pretty much no way at all to find out. So we're just going to have to try to remember episode 8 or 9 or 7 when we played in that tournament and try to remember how Deaf Doorknob did. How much wood could Woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck were Deaf Doorknob? Don't know. That's why it's a tongue twister. If the answer were obvious, I mean like Fuzzy Wuzzy, then it wouldn't even be popular. It's not popular. Have you ever heard anyone actually say Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear, Fuzzy Wuzzy had no bear, so Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't Fuzzy Wuzzy, Fuzzy Wuzzy? No, you're walking down the street and you hear nothing, because that's not a popular tongue twister. Speaking of tongue twisters, world's best tongue twister is not toy boat, 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 even though that's a very difficult one. The best tongue twister is red leather, yellow leather, green leather, blue leather, repeated 3 times fast. It sounds like this. Red leather, yellow leather, green leather, blue leather. Red leather, yellow leather, green leather, blue leather. Red leather, yellow leather, green leather, blue leather. And I messed up. So you should try that. Good thing you don't have a microphone or I'd be laughing at you, because it's hard to say. Okay, I'll give you a moment to try that. Yep, you messed up. C4 messed up too. Boom. Does Lychest pay this dude? Asks Morphe's Ghost. Morphe's Ghost, you're the person who said that I was cringeworthy. And now you're saying more bad things about me. Why don't you just go back where you came from? Do you know where Morphe's Ghost came from? No, but Morphe's Ghost does, so wherever you came from, go there. D3. Weird. Weird position. Does Lychest pay this dude? And he's bashing on Lychest the entire time. It hurts to watch. Morphe's Ghost, you're saying negative things. That's not nice. Say positive things or nothing at all. Didn't your parents teach you that? I mean, didn't your parent teach you that? Burn. Yeah. Zing. Yeah, it's on the homepage too. It's on the homepage, but actually the answer is no. Lychest is not paying me. Why? Because Lychest doesn't have any money. Why? Because Lychest doesn't have any ads. Why? Because Ornikar is allergic to ads. Read the interview. That's why. No one gets paid on Lychest. Very true. Not even the estimable Clarky gets paid on Lychest. And if he doesn't get paid, ain't nobody getting paid. Because he does good work on the forums. When I was 5, I didn't know where I came from. Maybe his ghost is 5 as well. Thank you, Duffy12. That's the interesting thing about OUGH. No one knows how to say it. It's different for every word. I memorized how to pronounce OUGH. It's pronounced uff, off, ah, ow. O-U, uff, off, ah, ow. There's 6 different things that OUGH can say, depending on the word. It can say O or uff or oo or uff. Or any of those things. And so when you say the tough coughs as he plows the dough, and it's actually every word ends with OUGH and it's pronounced differently, thank you, English, for that. I got a pawn. So we don't know whether you're Doughy 12 or Duffy 12 or maybe Doffy 12 or Dowie 12. You could be any of those things. What we do know is that you're 12. Zing! Ouch. Sorry, since you weren't being mean, I shouldn't have said that, but I'm a good man. Is that a fork that wins my thing? No, because I can take your thing with check, and then unthing my thing, and the thing will improve. Check. If it's painful to watch, Morphe's Ghost, then I have a question for you. Why are you watching? Do you like inflicting pain on yourself? If so, perhaps we shouldn't be talking about my chess. It's a little off topic. I'm not 12, says Doey12. Who's going to believe that? Obviously you're 12. I mean, your name has 12 right in it. It's actually 12. It stands for 1912, which is when he was born. It says, I was just the first thing that was available. Wow. Do you believe that Doey 11, Doey 10, Doey 9, Doey 8, Doey 7, Doey 6, Doey 5, Doey 4, Doey 3, Doey 2, and Doey 1 were all taken, and Doey 0? I don't believe it. You are definitely 12. And nicely, he can't respawn until that stream goes through the internet to his screen, which takes about 15 or 20 seconds. So it seems like I'm the powerful guy here because he's taking so long to reply. When actually he's the powerful guy because I'm trying to play chess at the same time. Why don't you start your own game, Doey12, and then we'll talk. Yeah. For some reason, I'm afraid of heights, but I still go on roller coasters. Now we're talking. This is more like chess-centric discussions. I go on roller coasters. Yes, that's why I go on lightchess.org, to go on roller coasters. This is on topic. I hope you take me. Fix my pawns. He didn't. So should I just promote my pawn? I think I should just work on promoting it. Because if I get my pawn way down here, he'll trade something valuable for it. Which I would like. So let's do that. A trade of queens? No. No trade of queens. I'm playing Hearthstone as we speak. Why does everyone play Hearthstone? You know what a good card game is? Maybe Hearthstone is a good card game. It's not really a card game, guys. It's a computer game. And it doesn't deserve free advertising getting to be featured on ChessWhiz TV, which it says up there, ChessWhiz TV, so that's obviously where we are. And I just got forked. I blame Hearthstone. No. Is there any trick that will unfork me? No. I'm pretty much totally forked. Oh. I refuse to lose. Winning is our only option. I'll win by promoting this guy. Promote! Yep, I knew you would do that. I knew it. I saw it coming. Knight of 3 looks like a nice check. Too bad it's only a check. In the future, it might become a useful check. In the meantime, it's just a check. But my pawn's going to promote. That's going to cause him some trouble. No big deal. Take and push. I guess I'll do it. And check, and check. Yeah! It's a pretty good tactic right there. Pretty good tactic. Take my rook and I'll have a queen. Don't take my rook and I'll have a rook and a queen. Yep, a rook and a queen. That's option 2 right there. I win. 25 seconds is enough time to checkmate Pilov Div. Div is a nice name. It stands for divider, I think. And it means you know how to program HTML, which is web pages. Because divs are everywhere. What does div actually do? Everything. What should I do in this area? Put a div. What should I do in this area? Put two divs. A div inside a div inside a div. And then put a class on this one, an ID on this one, a class on that one, an ID on that one. And then put a div inside. Programming is pretty easy. There's too many divs on the internet, but nobody knows it. Because they don't view source. Have you ever viewed source? It's a mess. Almost always. Almost always. C3. This is called the Gioco Piano. It stands for the quiet game. So we should give it a moment of silence for that. That's long enough. We're still in book here. Take, take, and I defend my pawn. This isn't normal. This isn't normal. Take his bishop, he recaptures queen b3, attacking the knight. He moves his knight. I don't have any tactic. I'm not sure why it's not normal, but I'll do this. Because I think it's not right. Spain. I think it's not right. Maybe e5? I don't really want to defend more. Oh, now here. Attack the knight and threaten a fork. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Div is the staple of the internet. That's a pun because staple means it holds things together like a stapler. And it also means the internet eats a lot of divs. It's a staple in its diet. I got a rook. I'm winning a third game. A fourth game. So you guys think it's really great that I only win, right? Nope, because Def Doorknob, he only wins way faster. 16 points, and I have only 8. So I'm going to have to play against Def Doorknob and show him a thing or two, and that's how I'm going to catch up. How old are you? Asks Nikola Dvorževic. To that I reply, how old are you, Nick Dvorževic? Because Doey 12 is not 12. Interesting move. I only can go here. Anywhere else would be worse. Take that. And then rook here, and his knight will have to move. Nikola Dvorževic. That's quite a name. It's not like Cheese Whiz. It's hard to say, unlike Cheese Whiz. If there, then queen c2 check. Oh, that's not check. What am I thinking? I am a little bit drunk right now. Just kidding. I'm not drunk. I haven't drunk since 1986, which was when I first drank. I only had one drink. That one. That's my drink. In Spanish, we call it agua. In English, we call it agua because we like to sound cool and speak Spanish when we're English. Here comes checkmate. Can he stop queen checkmate? I don't think so. King g1 is not very pretty. Not very pretty, but it does get the job done. Because I can play g3, king g2, get my pieces out. And I'm still ahead the exchange, plus I've got 6 pawns against his 6, so I'm full exchange ahead. You've gotten through life with that one drink. Well done. Thank you, Doey12. Actually, I got through life with no drinks at all, because in 1986 I was very young. So that is impressive indeed. Surviving's not the hard part. It's the not drinking that's the hard part. He's going to develop his pieces. I don't like that he's coming out and actually getting things out there. But what about knight here forcing a knight trade, then threatening queen d8 checkmate? And if he develops, then I take the knight for free. F2 is guarded. This looks pretty good. This looks pretty good. He has to trade, and then I've got more attack. So he brings out his bishop, but then my rooks can come out. Oh no, I didn't see that. Now if I push a pawn, he... No, my knight... Yeah, he takes my knight, doesn't he? If I push a pawn, he takes my knight. If I push a pawn, he takes my knight. So I don't push a pawn, and he doesn't take my knight. You gotta love logic. You gotta love it. This chess game is going pretty well. Piano, compared to the fried liver attack, says Guilty Look. He's speaking of the Gioco Piano. Yes, fried liver attack is scary, and it's a great name, by the way, fried liver. I think it was named that because there was this chess player, and he was frying some liver, and he played that opening. And he was like, let's call it the fried liver attack. Who knows why it actually became known as the fried liver to all the GMs, because grandmasters would not put up with that name. Somehow they did. Do I have a problem? I have 3 defenders. He has 3 attackers, so I have no problem at all. No problemo, literally. Plus my knight could move and die, but I don't think I want to do that. Queen here. Yeah, queen out of the way gets me out, but why bother? Let's get that rook out. I don't think that's a good move. Here, for a free knight, I think. Take, 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 I win. Take, take, I win. Yeah, a free knight. Thank you very much. Appreciated. Now I'm going to beat Spain. There's nothing Spain can do. What they say is that the pain in Spain falls mainly on the brain. Now the saying is actually that the rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain, but the pain in Spain does fall mainly on the brain, so you can say that too. Especially when you're playing chess. Check. And I'm still ahead the exchange. Save that pawn. Go get that pawn. He's got to play c6 to protect it. And I'm ahead of full exchange. I will win easily. Let's play some faster moves so I can go catch up to Def Doorknob. King in front, I guess. And pawn's not far behind. I would like an open file over here so that I can get my rook over to that open file. So I'm going to trade and then utilize these open lines for my rook. He'll probably play c5. I think c5 is the right move over here. I can't get in. Fascinating. I will still try. I need another open line. Okay, that's not good for him because now he can't... See, he can't take advantage of his majority. He has 4 pawns here and he's facing 3 pawns. So he has the edge, right? He should be able to come in, but he can't advance at all. Over there. So that's costing him... his majority is useless. Now, another problem I have is that my majority is useless. Right, this pawn right here. So let's crank it up a notch and get that pawn going. Over here. Now he can't stop my rook from penetrating. I mean coming into his position. That word kind of got a negative connotation pretty quick. It's a little bit like social intercourse, which means talking with people. It just kind of got another meaning somewhere in there. Yep, rook is better than bishop. Now we see the penalty of having only a bishop. I'm taking a6, I'm taking c6, I'm taking b5. Up in your house. I'm in your house, eating your pawns. Nuclear launch detected. Now this pawn's going to be useful because he wants his king over here to help, and he wants his king over here to stop me from making a queen, but his king can't be everywhere. It's not like a mother, a literal mother. I don't mean like you're a mother. I mean like a parent of a child, that kind of mother. Okay, so another tactic, picking up another pawn. Things are falling apart for him. Oh, he found a check. That's worth something. It's worth about half a second, but I still have 104 half seconds, so he needs to do a bit more than that. Quick, Spain, grab the baseball bat. Resigns. That's an alternative to the baseball bat. It's actually against the law to hit people with baseball bats. I found that out the easy way, which was reading the law. Duh. You don't want to find that out the hard way, which is hit people with baseball bats and then have someone else tell you you weren't supposed to do that. But baseball bats are legal because baseball bats don't hit people. People hit people. Did you know you can kill a man with a baseball bat and yet it's completely legal to own a baseball bat? What is this world coming to? I'm making fun of the gun control people who say that you should not be allowed to own a gun. Personally, and I know that this is controversial, but I think that if you make it against the law to own a gun, then the only people who own guns will be the people who break the law. And is that really what you want? That's my logic. Now, it might not be logical, so let's not get all political on me. But it makes sense to me. So, not to say that I'm a gun owner or a rabid gun enthusiast. I'm not telling you if I own a gun, because if you want to break into my house, I've got a baseball bat and a gun. So watch out. But it makes sense to me, like I said. Guess I'll take that open file, even though I just said it doesn't matter. And by just, I mean 15 minutes ago. I had never considered chess to be fun to watch, says Dwarven Beer. Well, actually, the reason this is fun is because of this guy right here, and he's over in that corner right there. So if you're looking over there at the chessboard, then you're getting bored out of your mind. But if you're looking over here at the brain, then it's exciting. That's what makes a difference. So if you go on Twitch TV and you search for chess, you're going to see all these chess streams. And if you click on one, you're going to be bored unless you click on Chess Fizz TV, because that is where we bring the action to the table. Action to the table, and it's not boring anymore. But it's not thanks to the chess. In fact, I could be playing checkers. I could be playing tic-tac-toe, and we would have viewers up the gazoo, up the wazoo is what I meant by that. Because tic-tac-toe is so awesome? No, actually, it's what's called a cat's game, which is code for a draw. Did you know they call it a cat's game in tic-tac-toe? Probably because cats were the only person who'd play it. It's like, you're a cat, you play tic-tac-toe. It makes no sense. But it's not called a draw, which is also kind of code, because that means a tie. People who don't play chess get confused about that. Nice move. You've checked me, and when I move, then I'll be out of check. Well, it was a good try. Are you really going to play knight in here? No, you'll lose your knight. Are you going to play knight back? Yes. Exciting, exciting. In chess, it's called a draw, and people who don't play chess get confused by that because they call it a tie. They're like, I played him, and it was a tie. Wrong. There's no such thing as a tie in chess unless you tied your shoe. It's a draw, and there's many kinds of draws. People get this mixed up too. A stalemate is one kind of draw. It's like an apple is one kind of fruit. So if you say, I played him and we got stalemated, or we got a stalemate, that's probably not true. You probably meant a draw, because a stalemate is where you're not in check and you can't move anywhere, and that means a draw, which is another interesting rule about chess. You would think you'd win if you can't move, right? It's true for... What is it true for? In what game you can't move, so you lose? Well, not Reversey, not Othello, not Go. You can't move, so you lose. What game is that? Of course, there's more than one, but I should be able to think of one. You try to trap the opponent, and when he can't move, he loses. That would be fox and geese. Foxes and goose. I forget what it is. But you try to trap your opponent in that game, so that makes sense. Let's trade rooks off and see if we can win this totally drawn ending against Wankit. Wank it. He's probably not going to get that explained on air. Clark says, James Clark, I believe. He says that if your opponent can't move, he loses in the game of boxing. That is totally true. He literally cannot move off of the ground, and so you win. But that's not what I meant when I was saying what board game you can't move. Anyway, in chess you can't move and it's a tie. That's pretty weird. I mean a draw, and that's called a stalemate. The other kinds of draws, like 3-move repetition or the 50-move rule, or the agreed draw, which is where you say, hey, you want to draw? Yeah, let's go get a beer. That's a draw, but it's not a stalemate. A stalemate is a kind of draw. Don't forget it. I know some of you guys don't know that. Now you have no excuse because I've told you. Should I push my pawn or should I take that pawn? If I take, he doesn't have doubled pawns anymore. These are doubled. So I'm not going to take. Also, he could take with knight check and then win this pawn. So not happening. I could push. That would be closing it up. Probably we would get a draw then. Or I could do nothing. I think doing nothing is my plan. Because I could recapture with knight. Okay, Wankit. What's coming next? What are you going to do? He shouldn't take, right? Ooh. I really want to take and have him take with pawn, but he wouldn't. He would take with not pawn. What if I start coming through over here? You're leaking on the queen side. Over there. It is so hard to point with a camera. You guys should all get your own streams and try it. Pointing at that pawn on h2. It's hard because it's not a mirror. You think if you point to the left, it goes to the left, it goes to the right, because the camera is not reflecting. It's turned around backwards. So it's completely backwards. Completely. What's coming up next? An hour more of boring commentary and chess. So if you love this, you get more of it. And if you don't, you get more of it. Tough beans. I don't have to take anything here. I can just leave all these pawns being pawns where they are. So I'll just come back and do nothing. Something's going to happen. You don't often see a position like this sit for a long time. But this is a slow-moving endgame, so if you have any questions about chess, ask them to me on the chat, and I will answer them to the best of my ability. For example, why does anyone play chess? The answer is because it was invented. It's totally true. If chess had not been invented, no one would play it. No one at all would play it. So if you have your own question, ask it on chat. He's coming for me. Take, 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 take. Now it's getting scary. Take, 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 take. Something happening. Okay, I guess I'll come over there. That's where the action is. A new question on chat is, why are there no questions on chat? Great question. No one asked that question. I did. Why are there no questions on chat? I want to know, guys. Why not? He's getting a better position than I have, but I have the second best position around here. So that's something. Take with king, right? That looks pretty good. Yeah, I'll take with the king. Nope. Then he'll push, and I'll be in check, and then he'll push again, and his pawns will be awesome. Let's see what's going on. Wow! We set a new record for viewership. 1 million views. Just kidding. 47 viewers. We're going to break 50. Why? I have no idea. Who would want to watch a really slow-paced endgame in chess when you probably don't even play chess? You were just wandering around Twitch TV. Or you went to lichess.org and there's this big old link right on the front page, so you clicked it. That's probably what happened in your watching. That was your mistake. You click that, you watch. That's the result. Pawn here, take, take. Then I can check and move over. I'll try it. If he has a protected passed pawn, I ought to have a protected outside passed pawn, which I will now go capture with my king. Okay, wank it. Here it comes. It's actually one Keat. He's foreign. Yeah, good move, good move. Take, 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 take. I go take that. He'll win. He'll win is not a good conclusion, so let's try again. Can't go that way. I could go this way. We are all chess pros. If I go that way, he'll make a new queen. I don't really want that. Stick with the queen you have, guys. Don't get divorced. It's bad for your health. Did you know divorce is bad for your health? 100% of people who get divorced die. It's bad. Go take that. I'm here by accident, says Dwarven Beer. That is... He made that a bishop, isn't he clever? That is a commonly held belief that people are here by accident. But if by earth you mean here, if by here you mean earth, then I disagree. I think you're not here by accident. Now, why you're here, I do not even want to begin to guess, because it's probably not a good reason. Just kidding! Dowie has kind of an abysmal outlook on life. He says, I'm going to win. I'm going to win. On time, actually. Don't tell him that part. No! Now I'm going to lose. I'm actually losing, guys. Why didn't I take that pawn? Because I wanted to lose. Does that make sense? Does that make any sense? That was cringeworthy. Cringeworthy. Why did we spend 10 minutes losing that endgame? Right after I said I was going to win, too. This is called the Vienna game, I think. Might not be, because he shouldn't be fianchettoing. He should be knight c6ing. We're all pros here. He meant to type pros, but it turns out pros is spelled the same as pros, which isn't a word. A lot of things are spelled the same as things that aren't words. Gotta get that rage out. Come on. Why did I lose that chess game? That should have been a draw. That should have... should have been a draw, and I spent the whole entire time playing that thing out. Don't have a lot of time in this tournament. Def Doorknob, meanwhile, has 24 points. Not cool. Not cool. Well, we're doing better this game. We're going to play faster and better. Faster and better. Pros is spelled like pros. Why is my time running? Something's wrong with my connection. But that's not my fault. Who spelled pros like that? Pros is not a word. We are all pros here. Not true, because pro is short for professional. which means you do it for a living. Now, if you play chess for a living, get a life, because there's not a lot of money in chess unless you're Vladimir Kramnik. There is some money if you're the world champion, or Magnus Carlsen, or some of those guys. They can make money. Or if you're Garry Kasparov, I guess you could just be a politician and make money. Burn. If you're watching, Gary, sorry I said that. You're a great chess player too. But you are getting kind of political, which you must think is important. But I'm not getting political because I don't want to get sacked. Poor Garry Kasparov. You know, people call him Kasparov over here. Why do they call him that? Because they don't know how to pronounce his name. His name is not actually either of those. His name is a bunch of Russian characters. And you can't read it unless you're Russian. Which means hurrying in English. King d7, huh? This is going to go great for you. I don't anticipate a happy ending for that king. Maybe queen f5 right here will lead to checkmate. How do I get my queen to f5? I don't know, but when it happens, he's going down. What about knight here check, allowing queen g4 check? He takes, queen g4 check, king has to go up. Oh, now I can't play queen g4. I guess I'll pop up a bit and say hi to the knight, and then I'll come to f4, and then I will check him on this diagonal, which is so potent. Because that's basically checkmate for him when I get to that diagonal. Don't want to trade too many pieces or I won't own him quite so hard. Guess I'll come out here and allow one trade, and then I'll check him on that diagonal. Oh, he's going to block with bishop now. Oh, is he really escaping? Is he really obnoxious? What's the best attack, guys? Here? And then I could win one pawn? Well, what's the score? It's bishop against knight, 6 pawns against 6. So it's completely tied. So I guess I'll go take this guy. I mean this pawn. I'll go capture this pawn, and then we'll take it from there after I win a pawn. It's better than nothing. My mating attack didn't work, so I'm taking a pawn instead. Sounds reasonable. A pawn is like a checkmate. The difference is simply a matter of time. Which reminds me, speaking of differences, do you know the difference between a duck? What's the difference between a duck? People are like, that's not even a question. And then they hear the answer and they're like, why did you say that? Now I have to say that to all my friends and annoy them. The difference between a duck is one of its feet are both the same. Is that awesome or what? I mean, go to chess tournaments and say that to people. They will instantly want to eject you from the tournament. Which, if that's your goal, it's a great tool for that. How's this going? Not very well. I do have 2 extra passed pawns here, but he's getting his pieces active. Check. Cause you a little problem. And then g4 to get my pawns going if he blocks. What if he doesn't block? I didn't think that far ahead. Well, knight here. That's a queen. Queen here. Maybe rook over first. Yeah, rook over. Make my rook active. He'll, of course, move to the g-file, threatening checkmate, so I can't leave or he'll checkmate me. Huh. But then I guess I'll just play g4, g5, g6, g7, g8. Make a new queen. Ornikar says, ugh. Oh, you hurt my brain with what's the difference between a duck. I know, and now you can go hurt everybody else's brain, because it makes no sense, and that's the beauty of it. This is a winning position for me. I mean, I've got 2 extra pawns over here. Just have to play correctly. Check. Take this guy. Yeah, take this guy. Then start moving those pawns rolling. Why would he do that? Now he can hardly save the pawn. Annoying. Do you think it's fair that you get more points for consecutive wins? Do you think it's fair that I just lost my rook? Do you think it's fair that 50 people just watched me blunder my rook away? Do you think that's fair? How high is your IQ? I took the IQ test, and it actually was off the scale. It just said IQ N/A, which stands for not applicable. That's what happened. And I have such a high IQ, I'm going to resign. Or maybe it was too low to be registered on the scale. Scrolly, scrolly. Scrolly, scrolly. Earthquake! My IQ is low. Thank you for asking. Actually, no one knows my IQ because I never took it. Probably because my parents didn't want to break the IQ test. Knight f6 is not smart. So I don't know my IQ, but I bet it's really high. I bet it's higher than yours. Did you know most people think that their IQ is above average? Does that even make sense? Yes, to everyone, because they think that they're above average. Which makes sense for everyone to think that of themselves, but not for everyone to think that of themselves, because only about half of people are above average. And it's not really possible for more than half of the people to be above average, unless you're one of those people, and then you're above average. So there goes logic out the window. It's defenestrated. Did you know the word defenestrate? Now, this is a useful word. You might think I just made that up, defenestrate. That's not a word, but it is, and it means to throw out a window. So if you just lost a game of StarCraft or League of Legends or Hearthstone, and you're like, I'm so annoyed, all you have to do is defenestrate your computer, problem solved. You should look it up. Google it, because that's how you look things up these days. No one says Bing it, except in that one movie where they actually said Bing it as kind of like a... They wanted to get it going, but it didn't work. It made them look really stupid. There's actually a movie where the character says Bing it, because Microsoft paid money to make that be said. It was not a good investment. But they binged it in the movie, I have to admit. They did. There's only 2 things defending that, and I have 3 things attacking it. So the only downside is I'm going to be checkmated, but the upside is I got a lot of things. So... overall, we're doing okay. How come he's castled over there? This could be a problem. I need to trade everything. Then we'll be fine. We'll be just fine. Closing it up with all my extra pawns. Someone says I got that explained to me recently. The problem is, I don't know what he got explained recently. It was something. That pawn is coming real far. G4. It's quite a move. I'm above average, says Doey. Yeah, you are. Sure you are. You're also not 12. So believable. I guess I should have played G3. I guess G4 was a little too ambitious. And I don't have a dark squared bishop to help own it up. Let's just keep pushing my pawns. Oh, that didn't work. Oh. I knew it wouldn't work, but I didn't know why. Now I know why. Should I just keep pushing? Yes, I should, because that's a discovered attack. And then I can push again, and then things will be closed. 111111111. Thank you for typing that, Clark. Dash -1000. Most of these numbers are above average. No, I actually meant the not the mean. I meant the median. I meant the median, and then there's only half the people that can be above the median. But actually, the IQ slope goes like this. Whole bunch of normal and dumb people, and then a few really smart people. So actually, if you look at the mean, then the average is below. Most people are below the average, the mean average, which is the mathematical average. When people say average, they usually mean mean. What a tongue twister. Because think about it. Do you ever see a whole bunch of above average smart people around there? No. You see a bunch of below average dumb people. There's a few smart people. And of course, you're one of them. Don't get me wrong. Don't get that confused. I need to go here and neutralize the threat. Average implies mean, not median, according to MEI mark schemes. Well, then I did mean mean. And I have to admit that most people are below average, or about average, in terms of intelligence. Just like most people are below average income. Is that true? There's a few super rich people like Steve Ballmer who just bought that baseball team. Why are we reading about this on the news? Do you think I even care what Steve Ballmer did? I'm not going to answer that question. The one in the chat. Because it's not an appropriate question for a chess player. Because the answer is obvious. I'm a chess player. So, if you live in South Korea, China, Japan, you are probably above average. That's true. Asian people are smart. Why? Because their parents are smart. Why? Because their parents are smart. Why? Because their parents are smart. It's not fair. It's like everyone is being raised smart by the smart people, and Americans are dumb. Fortunately for me, I had smart parents, and that made me smart. It's not really true that the genetics, although they have some effect, are making you smart. The genetics do have some effect, but it's actually your upbringing and your schooling and your class. And I'm sorry to say that it's true. But your class, like whether you get to go to a good school or not, it's not fair, but it does have an impact on some of your skills. And that's just not fair because some people are born into a crummy situation and some people get born into a great situation. And that has an impact on your life. And I wish that it were more fair, but it's not. So, sorry about that. Let's not get too deep in there because I'll get all offensive, and I don't want to offend people. Because if Chess Whiz TV is offensive, there will probably be even more viewers, and we don't want viewers. This position is not going very well. It's 5 pawns to 4, and my king is all exposeders. And I'm just fishing around with my knights, not really doing anything. Japanese are more intelligent than everybody else. What does that say? More intelligent than Africans. Africans have bigger muscles, and Europeans are just boring average at everything. I'm not going to agree or disagree because I would probably get flamed if I said yes or no to that. But the Africans do win the Olympics. That's statistically proven. And they have less internet connection. Did you know that? Fewer Africans are connected to the internet? Why? Because there's no money over there. Why? Because there's no money over there. That's not fair either. I know there are some countries where there's a little more money. And a lot more in a few countries. But overall, the poverty breeds more poverty. Why am I talking about this? It's so controversial. You tricked me. But it's actually sadly true. Why would you start a big business in a country where there aren't any customers? And so it causes itself. It's called a vicious cycle. But I'm not talking any more about that because it's controversial and I don't want to offend people. Because offending people is offensive. At least I got zoomed in. This is a lot better than the chess. Why are we even playing chess? We should just have like a talk show where the pieces move themselves, so anyone who's interested in chess can just watch the computer play chess against itself. Meanwhile, we can talk about racial differences. How are we doing this? Okay, so if we trade, there's only bishops remaining. Maybe we perceive ourselves as average. If you take my pawn, I'll take your pawn. He has 50 seconds. Can I run him out of time? Yes. He's going to run out of time and I'm going to win. Because how will you make 50 moves? You're going to have to make 1 move per second. See? Count that up. 50 seconds for 50 moves. Because the rule in chess is you have to make 50 moves in order to get a draw. Unless, that's the 50 move rule. Unless a pawn is pushed. And look, I can push a pawn. Pushing a pawn starts the clock over. So I'm going to be mean here. Most people have actually a heart. They feel gentlemanly and they think I shouldn't win this position because it's not nice. But I'm going to win because he's going to run out of time. 3-move repetition is another way to get a draw, but he can't get that because there's way too many places my king can move. And so I don't have to repeat the position. I can just walk all over the place. And then when we get close to 50 moves, I can throw away my pawn, which would allow him to win, except he'll run out of time first. Throwing away my pawn would give him a winning position. So I have to be careful not to repeat the position here so that he runs out of time. People don't understand this about speed games online. They think that if you get a drawn position, it's a draw. But there's mean people out there like me who will play the position to death and win. Yeah, I win. Sorry. Should be a 50-move rule. Not quite, because he was moving slower than 1 second per move, and he had 50 seconds, so he was not going to take 50 seconds to make 50 moves unless he moved 1 second per move, and he was moving slower than that. So when he was getting close, that was probably 35 moves. Then I would throw away my pawn, and the count starts over. The rule actually says if there's any piece captured or any pawn moved, then the count starts over. So he was doomed, and that's sad for him. Schachful is our opponent. He's a ChessWhiz TV regular, as you can see here in this new tab. He's a member of ChessWhiz TV. You should do this on Light Chess. You should go to Teams and then join ChessWhiz TV, because we have 53 members, whereas I have 52 followers. So there's more people in the team than following me. I almost lost there, because 10 more seconds and I would have been kicked out. That was scary. So go join ChessWhiz TV. This is the Petrov's defense, which should be Petrov's defense. But what? What? This isn't the way you play it. D4, I guess. You're supposed to play D6. But I think this might come out the same. If I block that invisible check. And I castle. For those of you just tuning in, why are you tuning in? This is Slow Boring Chess, where we talk about racial differences. Let's see how many viewers we have. 49 viewers. 49! We are 1 viewer away from a world ChessWhiz TV record of 50 viewers. So if you go somewhere, then it's going to be 2 viewers. So you wouldn't want to do that to me, would you? No. So you're not going anywhere. But I don't know if that counts because I'm one of the viewers. I'm actually viewing myself on another device here, which is how I can see how many viewers there are. So really, technically speaking, if you count me as a viewer, then we're at 49, which is almost 50. I think we're going to break 50, which is a milestone. Now let me spend some time telling you guys about ChessWhiz TV. We started this about 6 weeks ago, because this is episode 20, which is pretty cool. And the first episode was lamer than this, significantly. There was no me on the screen because my webcam was not activated. It was chessboard only, which you can imagine when you're talking about that Africans have big muscles, it's not so fun to only see the chessboard. You also want to see the guy saying it, although in this case it was not me saying it. I think I've got a great move here. Bishop, queen here, attacking the bishop, and over there hitting a fork. Or I could take that right now and then come out with the bishop for check. That's probably important because he could trade rooks and then it's not a fork, and then trade bishops. So, trade here doesn't do anything. So this is my move. Check. It's a tactic and it wins a bishop. It wins a pawn. I won the f7 pawn. Give up my bishop to get a bishop back. He has to take or I'll take his rook, so he's definitely going to take. Although I won't pre-move, because if he doesn't take, then queen b3 isn't quite right. Churist says you had 61 at one point. That's amazing. Thank you, 11 people, for leaving so that I don't over-celebrate, because that could be bad for my heart. I just took a heart analysis thing to see how my heart's doing, and I'm not telling you the results because then you'll send me ads for heart repairing devices. You know, that's kind of a problem. People know your medical history. Google knows your medical history, and then they know. They're going to blackmail you. They're going to say, oh, I know you have colon cancer. So if you don't something, 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 we're going to reveal that to the world. That's what's coming. Google's going to do that. Google's motto is, do no evil, which is a great motto because they'll never suspect it. Did you know that Google just bought Twitch TV? Google actually owns Twitch TV. Did you know that Google bought YouTube? They own YouTube. You could be glad they don't own Vimeo. That's like the one company they don't own yet. But they're going to own the whole internet. Coming soon at an internet near you. If I take this knight, he gets my rook. But then I can move with check anywhere. That's pretty cool, but I think I'd rather have a free bishop. But what if I take this? Rook attacking his queen. He recaptures. Then I can get a free knight, which is cool because I can't get a free bishop right now. He guarded it. So, I'll do that. Surely, you want to reveal the fact that you have colon cancer to doctors. Yes and no. Yes to doctors. Google is not a doctor. But what happens when you go home after visiting the doctor? You Google it. You're like, what do I do if I have colon cancer? Google. And then Google says, well, here are some search results for you. And I'm memorizing that you searched for that. And then they say they anonymize it, so all they know is that your IP address searched for it. And then a little bit later they anonymize it some more, and all they know is that somebody searched for it. But it's still a horrible pin, and so the only way to get out is to get a free bishop, and then lose the free knight. Yes, that's the only way. Google just bought my kidneys. Do you have a mental disorder? Yes and yes. My mental is disordered. Who could have an orderly mental? Not a chess player. I'm autistic. Just kidding. No one autistic would say that. Google bought my kidneys. That's interesting. That's thanks to Google's new promotion. It's mykidneysareyours.com. Would you sell your kidneys to Google? There was a Chinese guy who sold his kidneys not to Google, but to like an underground black market kidney dealing place, so that he could buy the latest Apple device, which is check, not the latest Apple device any longer. He's probably wishing he could get back his version 1 kidneys. Good resign there, Schachful. Good resign. That was an awesome check, but I was already ahead thanks to Queen B3, Bishop takes F7, all that good stuff. 38 minutes left in the tournament. Wow, time flies like a bird. Or if you're a frog, then instead of saying time flies when you're having fun, you could say time's fun when you're having flies. Only a frog would say that because the rest of us don't like having flies. This is so much more comfortable, guys. When I do this, my ears start to rot away. Let's play chess. So that's why it's hanging around my neck like that. French defense for you. I'm in 8th place in the tournament for only one reason. I won too slowly. That's my problem. Deaf Doorknob at 28, but he's lost his flamey thing. I mean, that's pretty bad for Deaf Doorknob. You need your flamey. Kukor is going to pass him here. 1901 to, 1034. Should I play knight g4? Threatening a fork? No. I shouldn't. Don't move the same piece twice in the opening. That's a rule for you. Don't move the same piece twice in the opening. I already moved this knight, so I'm not moving it again. Pretty much an important rule to always follow. Take, and a free pawn. If there's a free pawn, then you're allowed to do it. Okay, then he takes me down here, but then I attack him, he moves, and I could fork him. Nope, but he could move here. That's no good, so let's look again. Take with the bishop, take that pawn, take with check. King moves, I pick up a rook, he picks up a rook. That's no good. We've traded, and my knight's in the corner. Okay, take, he takes my pawn, and I rook g8, attack the bishop, but it moves to d4, stopping the fork. So I got his e-pawn, but he got his g-pawn, my g-pawn, and it's still tied. I guess I'll castle. Now he can't take this pawn, and everything's powerful again. Didn't find anything there. Catherine sold her kidneys. I should say Catherine sold his kidneys, because almost everyone on Twitch TV is male, including Catherine. I'm not fooled, Catherine. You're a man named Catherine. Why are you forcing me to fork you? That was very strange. Resigns! That's like what's happening to Deaf Doorknob over and over, which is how he got all those games played. Hello, young grasshopper. Grasshopper is a cool word because it's a portmanteau. Portmanteau? It means 2 words made into 1 word. There's no space, but grass and hopper are both words. Grass grows and hopper hops. Hopper actually has multiple meanings. It's someone who hops, but it's also a thing that has grain in it. And it goes like this, like whoosh. That's called a hopper. Don't know why. Maybe it's because the grain hops while it's in there. Not sure. But a grasshopper is like an insect. You know, Adam named the animals. Now, he didn't name them in English. But when he named them, he was running out of names. So he was like, well, that's the grass, and that's hopping. And this thing is hopping in the grass, so that's a grasshopper. Not too original, but it's better than the lungfish, which is like, that's a fish with a lung, man. Lungfish for you. That's an intense fish. Did you know some of that ocean life is crazy weird? Like, there's fish with lamps in front of them because it's too dark down there. That's the angelfish, I think. Weird fish. If I were a fish, I'd be weirder than I am now, which is really weird. Fish is another name for patzer, which is another name for woodpusher, which means pawn. No, it doesn't. Woodpusher means you're bad at chess. A fish is a bad chess player, so maybe I am a fish. Trial B challenges me. Decline, trial B. Decline. E5, take. I'm not going to play E5. It's a weird move. It'd be weird as a fish if I did that. What should I do? I'm always stuck in these kinds of positions. D5 and E5 don't look so good, so how do I improve my position? I'm stuck with a better position, right? There's no way to improve. How can I get a better position than I have? Help! What do you do for a living? Asks Original Gringu. That's a great question, but I notice you're asking a lot of personal questions. Are you the guy that asked me how old I am? No, that was that guy with the amazing name. It was Nikola Dvorjevic. That makes me feel better, so I'll answer. I program computers for a living, which is how I know about CSS3 transforms. which if you watch last episode, I talked about those. I guess I'll just diddle my queen around here doing nothing. That's my move, even though it's basically not a move. Okay, now something's happening. Take, 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 take. Take, 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 take. I guess I'll block it up, because he has cool bishops, and now they're blocked bishops. So, see how this goes. I program things. I can make websites, and I can make computer games. But they don't pay me to make computer games. Do you know why not? Because everyone wants to make computer games, so you don't get paid much for making computer games. I don't like my dark square bishop, so I'll let you take it. You get paid almost nothing for making computer games. Do you wish you worked at Blizzard? No, you don't. The people who work at Blizzard work a lot of hours, and they don't get paid much, compared to the people who work, say, at Google or Microsoft, where they do boring things like memorize whose kidneys are falling apart. They don't make games over at Google. A few people do, but most people don't. But they get paid a lot. Blizzard, not paid as much, working a lot harder, more hours, all that stuff. So don't make games. Even though I can make games, don't make them. This cool website, lightchess.org, I didn't make it. But I could have. Actually, I couldn't have, because it's built in Clojure, which is a language I know not. It's kind of like Elfin. It's a weird language. You can actually see Clojure. If you scroll down here, there's a link at the bottom. It's off screen for you, but it says github.com/Ornikar, which is where you can see all the Clojure that Lichess is made of. Clojure.js, and there's another language. There's another language. I forget the other one. Scala. That's what it is. That's what I meant. When I said Clojure, I meant Scala. It's weird. It's like Elfin. My center is falling apart. It's barely breathing, so I'll move there. I speak normal languages like Java and C++ and C#. And Noah's Ark trap. Trap my bishop. Trap it. Come on, bring it. Bring it. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, grasshopper. I wanted you to trap it. It's part of the plan. Not really. But at least I'm telling you guys what I do for a living. What else is in chat? Do you stream often? Yes! Can't you read? Look up there. Of course I stream often. I stream... I'm flying. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 3 p.m. GMT. Now you know. And that is not your local time zone probably, so you'll have to do the math. It's 8 a.m. Pacific and 11 a.m. Eastern in the United States. So that is pretty often. A lot of the chess players are like, okay, see you guys in 2 weeks. 2 weeks? Man, I'm not going to be alive in 2 weeks. So I stream way more often than that because my life expectancy is low because of my kidneys, but don't tell Google. But that is pretty often, 3 times a week. So that's good. It's for an hour, except for super special marathon modes like this. Oops, 2 pieces instead of 1. Who needs pieces? I don't need pieces. This is a marathon episode, which is why we're just going and going like the Energizer Bunny. We never stop chess. But most episodes are exactly 1 hour long, maybe a few minutes shy. So tune in for those. Next episode on Tuesday, as I mentioned earlier, but you probably weren't here for that, we're going to do pawn storming chess. We're actually going to castle the opposite side as the opponent every game. So if he's kingside, I'm queenside. If he's queenside, I'm kingside. And then I'm going to roll my pawns out there and checkmate him every game. So that's going to be pretty fun. You don't want to miss that. That's Tuesday at 3 p.m. GMT. Today we're just going to finish off this tournament, so there's 30 more minutes there. And then after that's done, I'm going home. Wait! I'm already home. You guys can go home. You're already home too. After that, we're going off air. He's thinking of checkmating me. What do you know? Guess I'll try to get a knight before I get checkmated. Do you stream often? I can confirm that. Bishop c4. You're paranoid. Lichess is mainly built in Scala. Yes, I noticed. Thank you. There's a bit of Clojure for the lulz. Only a serious programmer would say anything is for the lulz. I better not. G2's getting pretty weak. Pretty weak. So now I'm only down 1 piece, so that was an improvement. My a-pawn is going to get another piece here. Let's see if I can survive long enough to not get checkbaited and make my a-pawn powerful. This guy is intense. Thank you. I'm like a circus. Do you know what a circus is? It's intense. Most of you have heard that before, but I mean like tense. Ha! Tense. That's an old joke, and you're going to hear a lot of old jokes, like that one about the duck. Yeah. If you didn't hear the one about the duck, I am not repeating it because it causes brain rot every time you hear it. So you're going to have to rewind. You can go on YouTube and see previous episodes, and you can learn about the duck with one of its feet if you didn't catch that part. Here's what's up with YouTube. Every episode is on YouTube in HD. Actually, they're not all in HD, but the newest ones are. HD stands for you got to pay extra money for that, and it's actually free, which is double the price of the other episodes. But if you search for Chess Whiz on YouTube, you will get a bunch of Cheese Whiz, so you have to search carefully. But if you can find my channel, then you can subscribe to it. And then every other day, you're going to get an email that says there's another episode. So pretty soon you're going to unsubscribe because that gets old fast. You're going to get annoyed from all those emails. Very annoying. So you probably shouldn't subscribe unless you want to get an email every other day with the new episode. But you can also, if you don't like watching on Twitch, you could just watch there. This is interesting. Queen is attacking queen. I sacked my queen, and he sacked his queen. This is terribly interesting. Oh, I'm checkmated. Oh, he didn't checkmate me. Good. What should I do? 20 seconds. Guess I'll go there so I don't get checkmated. I can still be checkmated. No, I can't. Oh. Check, and I'll make a queen. I couldn't do it before because I would be rook f1 checkmated. This is bad. For those of you watching the chess, it's not going well. Even though material is technically even, it's not actually even. It's bad for the person who has no things and no time. And you can see it getting worse right now. It just got a lot worse. Maybe if I think really hard, I can find a Tsuji that will rescue my king. So as I was saying, you can find all the episodes on there. I resign. Including one of its feet are both the same. If you watch episode 8, that'll be a lot of fun. I think it's called Crazy Openings. Might be episode 9. I got those mixed up. But you should watch that old one, Crazy Openings. Because there we played the Dimwit Defense, the Transvestite Opening, and the Lemming Defense. That one was pretty good. We played some crazy openings. So you should watch that if you're interested in Chess Whiz TV. But generally, the episodes get better and better. So those first episodes are not as good as the ones like 3 and 2 episodes ago because I got more and more energy till I'm basically shouting every time I lose because that's so angering. I don't know how I don't rage quit. But those older ones are good too. They're just not as good. You know what I mean. This is a really weird position. I wouldn't have done this if I hadn't been casting at the same time. Sack your queen. Do you always talk like this, or is it just for the internet? It says original Gringu. He's asking me a lot of questions, so I don't know. At some point here, I'm going to have to say, that's enough questions for you. Let's let everyone else have a turn. Do I always talk like this? Difficult question. Most people don't listen to themselves talk. They just talk more. Have you noticed that? I'm sure you have. I'm sure you have. That people don't actually stop and listen. They just talk. And I'm no different. So it may not be immediately clear how I talk to myself, since I don't listen. But I would guess that the answer is I never talk like this except on the internet. Because no one else in my actual real life, my friends, my IRL, which stands for in real life, knows what rage quitting is. If I said that I would rage quit if they did that, they would be like, confused. Because that's not a word, it's 2 words. It's like grasshopper. So rage quitting is confusing. But it's often used. If you exited and you did not say GG, if you just left the game, that is rage quitting. So now you know. Chess players don't really know what that means, so I'm catering to all you Twitch viewers who play real games like LOL Look, I'm lolling while I say lol. That's pretty epic. Did I entrap myself? Yes. But there's good news. There's good news. I don't know. Hey guys, how many viewers are there? I can't see how many viewers there are because my battery's died. Oh, I've got another device over here. I have the new iPad Air. See? And there's only one problem with it. It has a cracked screen. Seriously cracked. So you shouldn't break into my house and steal it. But the iPad Air is pretty nice, by the way, if you're thinking about getting it. It's super light, which I like. I like that it's light because it just feels nice, except for the cracked screen part. My bishop is so annoyed that it's in there that it's actually going to move out now. Doesn't this thing say that ChessWiz is online? I'm trying to view myself on my iPad Air, which I got used, and then I cracked the screen. Not very smart, right? Who would crack their own screen? ChessWiz would do that. Is this a problem? Is he going to checkmate me? Yeah, take, rook takes, queen g5, check. The attack is still pretty strong. I guess I'll switch lanes. Okay, I'm watching an advertisement about a coffee cup that's pretending that it's going out on a date with a woman. You've probably seen that ad, and you think it's as weird as I am. Okay, I'm back on and watching myself, and I have 58 viewers, ladies and gentlemen. This is the most viewers ever. I am about to be checkmated, but it's an all-new record for viewers. ChessWiz TV is growing quickly. When I first went on air, we had 3 viewers, and one of them was me. And then I went on air again, and we had 3 viewers, and then 2 viewers. So I learned that not a lot of people want to watch me. That's what I learned. And then what happened? I went on the front page of Lichess. Take a look. Lichess.org. Live. ChessWiz TV episode 20, Tournament Marathon. What happened then? More viewers, of course. And it turns out no one knew about me, which is why no one was watching me. Can I survive if I move over here? All of the moves are bad. I guess I'll go here and try to survive. And that boosted the viewership a lot. But viewership numbers are still growing because I'm becoming more and more old. Everyone is, you know. I should say more and more awesome, but I'm really just getting older. And old people are... I don't remember. That's ironic. Can I survive with my king? Dwarven Beer says you had 78 at some point. Obviously he's trolling, unless he means 78 ways to lose the chess position. That's one of them, right there. Right there on f8, I lose. Man, that was a good attack by the opponent. I should go back and watch that. I didn't even see that game. My mouse made those moves for me while I talked about LOL and all those other things. And I didn't really play that chess game. So I can't be held accountable for those moves. I wasn't moving them. I'm in 7th place with 20 points. Here's a complaint, Ornikar. When I mouse over this thing, the scroll bar shows up, which is nice. I can scroll, but it covers up the numbers. So I can't see very well that I have 20 points. So maybe that should be adjusted slightly. Here, let me show you. 20 points until I get close, and then scroll bar points. So that should be bumped over just a little bit. I know it's beautiful when the mouse over doesn't appear, but when it does, it's less beautiful. We are playing Young Grasshopper again, and it's the French Defense Advanced Variation. I'm going to use my favorite French line, which is not bringing out this knight, because the bad thing about the French defense is your bishop gets trapped behind these pawns. So this line fixes that. Move your bishop twice, break the rule that says don't move your piece twice in the opening, and get that bishop out there. This confuses people because no one does it. But after you've invested 3 moves in your bishop, your position has no weakness. So that's what I like about this opening. You guys should try it and let me know what you think. You can message me on Lichess because my username is ChessWiz. If you can spell it, you can message me. It's over there. And you can talk to me and say, will you play me on air? And the answer is no. Unless you get lucky and I accidentally match you. Ornikar says he's tempted to say that my scroll bar is too wide. And I have something for you. It's called Works on My Machine. This is an important... For every programmer, they need this sticker. And then they just stick it on whoever's complaining. Your problem works on my machine. So when I say the scroll bar has a problem, he just says, it works on my machine, right? Problem solved. That is a useful sticker for programmers. WOMW is the acronym if you need to type it really fast in an email and say, how come you're complaining? WOMW. It works perfectly. Another useful one for programmers is, I don't always test my code, but when I do, this is pretty good. It's a whole page of people saying, when I test my code, I do it in production. That's my motto. Where I work, he's winning a piece. The motto is, if it builds, it ships. And for you non-programmers, you have no idea what that means. But it basically means if the computer can understand the code, then send it to the customer. It's good enough. Not like if the code works or does what it's supposed to, but if the computer actually groks it and says, yes, that's code. I understand that it's code. Then ship it. That's what we say where I work. Testing is optional. It's awesome. Too bad I have no center pawns. But I can skewer your queen and get one of my pawns back. Then I'll be down just one pawn. Any other tricks around here? Not for me. Unfortunately, there's tricks for him. Like I take that pawn and I lose my bishop. That's pretty good for him. How about I pin that pawn to his rook? That's cool. I'm still going to be down a pawn. He has 4 defenders, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4 attackers, so that's not going to cut it. You need more attackers than defenders. Newsflash, if you want to take something for free, you need an excess of attackers. So let's switch over to this line of attack. By that I mean file. Were you picked on as a kid, original Gringu? No! Were you picked on as a kid? Studies show that people who are bullied get lower paying jobs. No kidding. Now, I think it's because they're so lame that they get bullied, and then they're so lame that they get lower paying jobs. I think that the lameness is the cause, but the people who are actually bullied, and then they read about that study, they say, oh, that explains why my job sucks. It's because I was bullied, and so they blame it on that. So it's good for them, but they're wrong. It's because they're lame. But a lot of people are bullied and they're not lame, so I blame the bullies for that. Bullying is unhealthy. It's bad for your complexion. It causes pimples. Have you noticed a lot of bullies have pimples? Now you know why. 3 attackers, 2 attackers. That's not getting any better. What do I do now? I mean, I'm attacking a few of his things, but I'm not making any progress. Progress, as they say in Canada. Nothing good to move. Programmers make a lot of money. Yes, programmers make more than bullies. Guess I'll go here, blockade that isolated pawn. Programmers make a lot more money than bullies. Actually, programming is a pretty highly paid profession. The average wage for programmers in the United States is, I think, like $80,000 a year, which is like $40 an hour, which is like 32 euros an hour, which is like 4,000 yen an hour for the Japanese viewers. I don't know if Japanese people are paid by the hour, but if they are, it's 4,000 yen, approximately. And that's thanks to Shinzo Abe, who is inflating the money supply. They are paid that much, but I'm not paid that much, because I'm not even paid average because I'm below average. I'm the only one who will admit it. But I really am below average. In some areas, like the ability to determine if people are happy or not. I'm not able to tell that. I'm below average in that area. This is a good move for him. He's playing very well, this grasshopper. Which is bad for me, because he's my opponent. I have open files. He's threatening a royal fork. Guess I'll do something about that royal fork. Knight f2 check. Knight f7, I mean. Check. Would have picked up the queen. I should quit my full-time bully job, says Original Gringu. I enjoy this conversation. Second rank, thank you, Drone Scout. Rook c2 is an excellent move. I'll be playing that as soon as I can, as soon as I'm not royally forked. No! Now I can't take the second rank. I read your kibitz too late. Did you know that in chess, if you tell someone else what to do, it's called a kibitz, and that's spelled with a Z? Yes, you knew that, but you non-chess players didn't. Why are there non-chess players watching? Because the chess isn't really the show here. The chess is bullies. The show is bullies. The chess is not bullies. Should I just move off? Can't do much. Can't do much. Man, not much time either. I don't have much time to not do much. Guess I'll go back to b4 so that I can attack that pawn. Right now. Oh, I guess I won't. Oh, this is pretty serious now. His position's getting better and better. Trial B challenges me. Decline. This is getting worse and worse. Well played, Grasshopper. Well played. My knight is pinned. If I move out, well, I guess I'll capture. It's not very good. But that was a lot of pressure you're laying on me. That's what a good player will do. If you're trying to avoid trades, they'll make their pieces so powerful that you want the trade. And then when you get the trade, you're like, I've relieved the pressure. But then things actually get worse instead of better. No, that will lose a piece. And that will lose a piece. And he's doubling up, and then I will lose a piece. I give up. I'm out of time, and I'm down 2 pawns, and wherever I move my knight, I will lose. So I give up. Good job, Grasshopper. You beat me twice. That's impressive. You are playing... Join the game. Okay. That's a tab. That's a tab. Leave this page. That's the countdown. That's a cool... I don't always test my code. And now we're back to business. I had a lot of tabs there. Sorry about that. Do you feel you can concentrate while keeping a show up, or would you play better if not on air? Duh! Duh! If I were not on air, I would be playing amazing chess. I would be like Grandmaster of Equality. You'd basically be watching Houdini, which is a strong chess computer program. But why would you want to watch that? I mean, you can just turn that on your own computer and watch it play chess. No one wants to do that. That's why we're actually watching me. Way more interesting. Now, the chess quality is below some of the other chess on Twitch TV, I have to admit. Actually, I should say all the other chess on Twitch TV, because people don't bother to stream if they have the skills that I have when it comes to chess. But I bother to stream, but I've got a knack, because I've got a knack for making myself look dumb, and that makes other people feel better about themselves. Have you noticed when you see someone dumb, then you're like, I feel smarter. Or how about someone ugly? Then you're like, I feel beautiful. It works, guys. That's why you don't really want to see someone beautiful if you're female. Now, I'm wasting my breath because no one female is watching. But if you do, then you actually feel good about yourself because you're better than them. And so you can watch me play chess and feel like a great chess player because you're better than me. I should warn you that this is a wireless headset, and we've been streaming now for 2 hours and something, which is a long time. Almost 3 hours. So it might run out of battery, and if it does, goodbye. Because I probably won't be coming back, and you won't be able to hear me say anything. So that's going to be the abrupt end of the show. But I think we're surviving the 3 hours. You can see that there's just 10 minutes more in the show. Only 10 minutes remain, and you're attacking my pinned pawn. Whew, that could be a problem. E5, and you take it. I lose my queen. Can't take any other way. Save my queen, and then you give me an isolated pawn. But what about here? Then if you take, I get your bishop. Oh yeah, let's do that. So 10 more minutes in the cast, guys, and then we're going. Next episode, though, as you know, is going to be Pawn Storm Central. So you don't want to miss that. Tuesday at 3 p.m. GMT, which is 3 hours ago on Tuesday. Unless you're watching the recorded version on youtube.com, which is a weird name, by the way. YouTube? Like, tube does not have a positive connotation. You go to the hospital and you get tubes. And you doesn't make any sense either, although people do like talking about themselves. I'm great, like that. YouTube's a weird name, though, and Facebook is also a weird name. Are you putting your face in a book? No, you're online. There are no books online, unless you're talking about digital books. And then MySpace, that kind of makes sense, but it's weird. And you put all those together and you get MyFaceTube, which is the world's most awesome website. YouTube, Facebook. And then there's Twitter, which kind of makes sense because it's kind of like a bird going tweet, tweet, tweet. Oh, you got my queen. That's pretty good. But if you combine YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook, you get UTwitFace, which would be a good website. I should come up with that. I did lose my queen, but I got a bishop and a rook. So I'm still playing chess. Still playing chess. We should combine some of those sites into big sites. They are already big sites. I don't waste my time with social media. That's why there's no ChessWizTV page on Facebook. That's why there's no ChessWizTV Twitter account. That's why there's no ChessWizTV FaceTube, Well, there is a YouTube channel, but that's because we're videos, so we got to show those videos on there. But there's a lot of things there's not. For example, a MySpace page. MySpace is like not really used anymore, by the way. Have you noticed? Did Yahoo buy MySpace or something weird like that? No, that did not happen. But MySpace is not what it used to be. Now there's only bands on MySpace, which is great if you're a band, but it's not great for MySpace. It's kind of music-centric now. It used to be, back in the old days when I was in my early 50s, that MySpace was Facebook. You would go there and you'd make your page all annoying so that when it loads, it starts playing music and the colors flash pink and green and the text is green, so you can only see it half the time. That's what my Facebook was like, my FaceTube twit face. Space. Can I win even though I have no queen? I think so. Not really a necessary ingredient for winning. Having a queen is optional. When you play against blah, blah, you really don't need a queen. Lewel, bad move. Yes, bad move for me, but for every bad move, there is a good move for the opponent. So for example, bishop takes h7 check. I had to take and he got my queen. That was a great sequence for him. So don't feel bad for me. He made a great move. I could take that pawn. He could easily attack my bishop and take this pawn, though. So I'm just not going to do it. I'll protect that pawn a little bit, and then I'll take. I need to stir up some trouble, considering I have rook and knight for a queen. The only way to make that interesting enough for him to lose would be if my three queenside pawns over there, right there, that one, and that one. Well, this is so hard. That one, and that one. I feel like I'm playing that old game Paratroopers, which is in CGA, which stands for cyan colors and pink colors only. In that game, you kind of point your gun like this. Have you guys played Paratrooper? It's an awesome game, and it's like as old as the hills. It's as old as Sopwith, which is another really old game. But you should check it out. I bet you can play Paratrooper online now, because you can play everything online. Check. Bet you should. It's a good game. It's hard, especially when the jets come and they drop bombs on you. He's going to play g5. What should I be preparing for? Should I double both my rooks on the back rank so that I could check him once and then he gets out of check and then I'm stuck? Probably not. Maybe I should come here. Yeah. Trade the one pair of rooks, because he's been focusing everything on an attack on my king. You notice his rooks come up, his queen's over here, he's pushing pawns against me, so I feel like I should trade a little bit to make that attack weaker. Now, the danger, of course, is that I don't have a lot of pieces, so when I trade, things can get unstable. For example, something I don't have is a queen. But I've got two rooks defending each other. When I lose one, then I have one rook, and it can't defend itself. So things are a little bit more unstable because of that. But I figure bishop e6. Is there a tactic here? If I pin you, and I lose my rook? No. I figure bishop e6, that'll hold things together pretty well. Think check, and then, oh, that's not check. Oops! Oops. I should have checked. Check would have been better. Why did I do that? Brain fart, which is a euphemism, of course. Of course a brain fart is a euphemism. How could it be anything else? We're down to queen and rook against knight. Queen and knight against rook and knight against queen. I think you need to win the b pawn and push your queenside pawns. Thank you, Thela, my lord. You're probably a GM. So if I just follow your advice, I'll win, even though my position's horrible. You say I should win the b pawn. Good advice. I'll just check and win it. And then I should push my queenside pawns. You're a genius. I could turn those pawns into queens. Except he's taking my pawns. But if he takes this one, then I could do exactly as you say. Check and take this one, and I'm guarding this one. Yes. That's such good advice. And then I'll move my knight where it attacks his king and his queen at the same time. That's the next step of the plan. One problem is my king's pretty exposed with only one pawn defending. This is a losing position. But another nice perk about this position is that he has 20 seconds, so I think I'm going to win because of that. I'll go here. He has 20 seconds. I'm going to win this, guys. I'm going to win. All 53 viewers are going to celebrate when I win this. I'll go here. Everything's solid here. The rook defends the pawn, which defends the pawn, which defends the rook. Nothing can fall apart. Woo! Just in time. He could have played queen there, check, and taken my rook, but he waited until I guarded it. Very friendly of him. Very helpful. Now he has 5 seconds, so all I have to do is check him a few times, and I win. That's my pre-move. Check. You lose. GG. And there is enough time for one more chess game, and then we are out of here. Out of here. Thank you for watching, guys. This has been ChessWizTV, where the chess is abysmal and the casting is a little better. My ears are rotting off again. Sorry, I hope the sound quality is as good when I do this, but I have to do that because my ears are being abused by this headset. This is like a $60 headset, new. But its strength, besides being wireless, which I don't even care about, I would rather it be plugged in, so that it didn't have to be charged up a lot. But its perk is the good sound quality on the mic, so I'm sure you guys appreciate actually my voice sounding like I'm a voice and not a scratchy computer speaker, so that's good. But it abuses your ears, so that's not the benefit of this headset. This is a good position for me. But I need to play really fast, as Olith123 has mentioned. Thank you, Olith. There's 2 minutes left here, and he has 4 minutes. So if he simply sits there and never moves, then I will not get any more points in this tournament, and I'll be stuck behind all these players. But if I do win, then I'll move up and tie with slow pawn. So let's try to do that. G3 preparing bishop f4. Sound is fine. Yes, sound is fine. A free piece. Hard to turn that down. Sound is fine like this is what he's saying, which means I'm okay with the headset off my ears. Good, because that's the way it's going to be. If the sound quality were really, really, really bad with it in this position, then you guys would have really bad sound quality, because I am not putting that thing back on my ears unless I would like my ears to turn into oatmeal, which I don't. So you're going to have to suffer if you have to suffer. Fortunately, you don't have to suffer, so thank you. Thank you, wireless headset, for not causing those problems. C4. My position is fantastic now that our opponent has thrown away a bishop. The problem is only 1 minute left, so we have to play very, very, very quickly in order to win in 1 minute. It's impossible technically. I mean, the guy could just stall instead of playing chess. But the last time I tried to do this, I threw away everything. I just lost the game. If he takes here, though, I think I've got a checkmate, so I hope he does. Yep, discovered check. What do you block with? There's only one thing to block with, but keep thinking about it. Then I'll take there. Then I'll slide back here and attack this. Then I'll take it. Then I'll move out here. Checkmate. His king can get away. Oh, great. 15 seconds. This isn't going to cut it. You need to make mistakes faster. Yeah, I'm winning, but not in 5 seconds. 2 rooks against a bishop by my math is good. What does the flame icon mean? Sorry about the delay answering that. I did see that question before, but I was interested in winning. Black resigns. Did he resign fast enough? Yes! Just in time, I think. I got my 24. Flame icon means a winning streak, which doubles your points. So a win is worth 2 points. But if you get your flame going, it's worth 4 points. Fat scroll bar. And so here I am with 24. So that did count. Thank you, opponent, for resigning just in time, literally at the last second. So 24 ties with slow pawn and quite a ways back from Mithrandir, which is Gandalf's real name. Do you know Gandalf from Lord of the Rings, the guy with all the hair, and he's like visiting Bilbo all the time, stooping into those homes? Well, his name is Mithrandir, so that's cool. Grasshopper, Crusaor, and Deaf Doorknob is the winner! Congratulations, Deaf Doorknob. Congratulations. I think you won 2 monthlies in a row, and that's impressive, so good job. Shout out to Deaf Doorknob from ChessWizTV. Impressive. So that's everything, guys. This has been ChessWizTV. We took... Oh, we're getting dizzy. Ah! I'm gone. I'm back. It's fun to play with those controls. I took 5th place, tied for 5th. So not too shabby out of a total of 31, 30, well, 34 players here, and then a whole bunch more flag. That means they gave up. So probably another 15 or 20 there. So that's a pretty big tournament. Pretty happy with 5th place, but it could have been better if I hadn't been entertaining you guys with stupid stuff like that duck. So, tune in Tuesday for the next episode. It's going to be epic. In the meantime, take care, guys. Enjoy your Saturday. Don't drink and drive. Don't drink. What do the mathematicians say? They say don't drink and derive. Yeah, it's dangerous. See you next time.